I don't know what you guys are missing. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Three Idiots Talking Podcast. We are here with our 500 subscriber video. A long time coming on this one. We really appreciate hitting 500 subscribers. You guys jumped up and skyrocketed the numbers recently, and we apologize for this being a little bit delayed. We just had to rearrange. We didn't expect it to hit it this quickly, so we had a lot of projects, a lot of albums that we wanted to review. We had our end of the year wrap up video we had to do, and then all of a sudden we hit 500 subs, and like, how do we fit T-Pab into here? Well, there it is. We have to do To Pimp a Butterfly by Kendrick Lamar. Considered one of the greatest hip-hop albums of all time, considered one of the greatest albums of all time by many people. It is up there as one of the best albums we have ever, all three of us here agree this is one of the best albums, but we're gonna save our official rankings till the end of the video. So if you guys are Kendrick Lamar fans and you want to see our official rankings or final rankings, where we place this, go to the end of the video. It will be there. Don't just yell at us for trashing, you know, if you disagree with us, and don't give everything a 10 right off the bat. Go see our official final rankings. They'll be at the end of the video. For everyone else, though, who does want to see our rankings of each song, we're really happy you are here with us. We really appreciate 500 subscribers. Thank you guys so much. We've been waiting to do this one for a while. We wanted to do it on a big milestone, and 500 subscribers was a big one for us. So, boys, it's To Pimp a Butterfly time. I know Cole especially, you've been looking forward to this one for a while now, right?
Big fan.
So real quick, before we get into this, let's describe To Pimp a Butterfly. So Kendrick Lamar, he had put out, I believe, 2 studio albums and 1 EP before he put this out. He had done just finished Good Kid, Mad City, I think 2 years previously, or maybe 3 years previously. I think it was 2012. He had put out Good Kid, Mad City. It blew up, was considered one of the best hip hop albums of all time immediately. And then he put out To Pimp a Butterfly. And there is strong argument between the Kendrick Lamar community about whether this one or Good Kid, Mad City is the best Kendrick Lamar album, and we're gonna figure that one out today along with chat. And by the way, if you guys want to follow us on live stream and see when we go live, hit subscribe and hit the bell down below. But this is the real question we were here to figure out: how good is To Pimp a Butterfly? Where does it belong in the history of music, and where does it belong in Kendrick's discography? Let's find out. No more wasting time. Let's get into it. We start out with Wesleys Theory. Yes, Hugo, I am aware of that.
When the 4 corners of this cocoon collide, you'll slip through the cracks, hoping that you'll survive. Gather your weight, take a deep look inside. Are you really who they idolize? To Pimp a Butterfly.
At first I did love you, but I just wanna fuck. Late nights thinking of you, until I got my nut. Toss and turn, lesson learned. You was my first girlfriend. Bridges burned all across the board.
I'm gonna have fun with this one, boys.
When I get signed, homie, I'm acting fool. Hit the dance floor, strobe lights in the room. Snatch your little secretary bitch for the homies. Blue-eyed devil with a fat ass monkey. I'ma buy a brand new Cuddy on Vows. Truck the hood up 2 times, do slow. Platinum on everything, platinum on wedding ring. Married to the game and a bad bitch shows. When I get signed, homie, I'ma buy a strap. Straight from the CIA, set it on my lap. Take a few M16s to the hood. Pass them all out on the block, what's good? I'ma put the cop to swap me by the White House. Republican run up, get signed out. Hit the press with a Cuban link on my neck. Uneducated, but I got $1 million check like that. We should never cave, we should never cave. Niggas money go back home, money go back home. We should never cave, we should never nigga's girlfriend. Witches burn all across the board. He's strong, but what for?
Yo, what's up? It's Trey. Remember the first time you came out to the house? You said you wanted a spot like mine. But remember, anybody can get it. The hard part is keeping it, motherfucker.
What you want? You a house, you a car, 40 acres and a mule, a piano, a guitar, anything. Say my name is Uncle Sam on your dog. Motherfucker, you can live at the mall. I know you're kind, that's why I'm kind. Don't have receipts, that's fine. Pay me later, wear those gaiters. Cliche and say fuck your haters. I can see the bottle in you, I can see the dollar in you. Little white lies, but it's no white collar in you. But it's whatever though, because I'm still following you. Because you make me live forever, baby. Count it all together, baby. They hit the register and make you feel better, baby. Your horoscope is a Gemini, 2 sides. So you better cop everything 2 times. 2 coops, 2 chains, 2 C notes. Too much and enough, both we know. Christmas, tell them what's on your wish list. Get it all, you deserve it, Kendrick. And when you hit the White House, do you? But remember, you ain't passed economics in school. And everything you buy, Texas will deny. How Wesley sniped your ass before 35.
Yeah, looking down is quite a drop. Looking good when you're on top. Better metaphors, leaving metaphors metaphysically in a state of euphoria. Look both ways before you cross my mind. We should never give, we should never give. Niggas, money go back home, money go back home. We should never give, we should never give. Niggas, money go back home, money go back home.
That's a production, lyricism, and songwriting masterclass right there.
Damn straight.
I mean, there's a lot of arguments to make for a bunch of the songs on here, but I mean, maybe my favorite song on this album right away. Like, honestly, just one of the
That's
most
wild.
fun hip hop songs I've ever heard. Lyrically, I mean, Kendrick is going into a lot of different stuff here, but it's all still super cohesive. And
Yep.
instrumentally, I think, is where this song really seals the deal, because this is one of the best instrumentals I've ever heard on a hip hop song, combining all these elements of like funk and jazz just flawlessly. I mean, everything blends perfectly, and the group choir vocals, whatever you want to call them, are awesome.
Yep.
I don't remember what the guy's name is that does George Clinton, who I think does the "Look both ways before you cross my mind" line, is fantastic. Thundercat with an amazing fucking generational bass line on this song. I mean, depending on if you want to count "In My State of Mind" as a opening track to a hip hop album, like, there's really not many hip hop songs that I would, as far as openers go, I wouldn't say that there's a lot that fuck with this one.
Nope.
I think it's kind of mind blowing, and I'm feeling a 10 on Wesley's Theory.
10 off the bat from Cole, and you know that's rare.
Everything is just amazing.
Yeah, so I'm gonna back
Every
up.
part.
Me and Cole will be agreeing a lot here on this album, but there will be some disagreements. I guarantee you that. But yeah, I'm gonna back up everything he said here. This is the best hip hop intro of all time. New York State of Mind will be second in my opinion, but this one beats it out just because of everything that's included. I think it's one of the best instrumentals he's ever used. Like he said, shout out to Thundercat, amazing stuff. I really love the creativity difference. One big thing, and we will go back to Good Kid, Mad City reference a lot here in this album, but one big thing that he sort of steps up, and big difference in T-Pab, is there is a lot more instrumental creativity on this album versus Good Kid, Mad City. Now, there will be some arguments I make in Good Kid, Mad City's favor and opposite of that. But to start out, this album definitely starts out a bit more creative on the instrumental, and that will give me the 10 as well. Just an incredible usage of instrumental to get Kendrick's point across on this one. Noah.
Oh yeah, this is the best rap opening song on an album of all time. It is the 4th best opening song in general
Wow.
of music of all time.
Wow.
Probably my favorite song on the
Big fan.
album.
Wow. Both of you might
Yeah.
be calling it your favorite. Okay.
bit of a
There's a lot of contenders.
There's a lot of
mixing masterclass going on here.
Oh yeah,
The production is so fucking good.
My favorite thing about the song is probably the bass, and I don't know how they made it work.
the way it sounds
It's
like
not-
Thundercat, man.
The way he
Yeah,
makes it
that's-
almost sound like a water bubble. It's kind of like bouncing is so cool.
Yeah, the effects on it are cool, but like
Amazing.
it's not. He's not playing the bass like how you're supposed to be playing a bass.
Clearly.
He's not doing holding the root notes or doing anything. He's just fucking floating around doing
He's
all
just
this weird shit,
freestyling.
and it works.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it works because they did such a good with everything. Making it, I don't know how they made this song work.
No, I don't either.
And it's amazing. And yeah, it's easy 10.
This is the type of instrumental that would annoy me in any other artist's discography except Kendrick's, just because of his creative way of using an instrumental so odd sounding and yet being able to freestyle / rap on this in many ways, because there's not really, I mean, there's a hook, but it's not really part of like the overall theme of the song. But the way he uses this instrumental in one of the most creative ways to rap on it is fantastic. It's super hard to do. All right, let's move on to For Free Interlude. Some sort of talk box. I think it's referencing the bass.
You a hoe ass nigga. I don't know why you tryna go big, nigga. You ain't shit. Walking around like you God's gift to earth. Nigga, you ain't shit. You ain't even buy me no outfit for the 4th. I need that Brazilian wavy 28-inch. You playing. I shouldn't be fucking with you anyway. I need a baller ass, boss ass nigga. You's an off-brand ass nigga. Everybody know it. Your homies know it. Everybody fucking know. Fuck you, nigga. Don't call me no more. You don't know. You gon' lose on a good bitch. My other nigga is on. You off. What the fuck is really going on?
This dick ain't free. You looking at me like it ain't a receipt, like I never made ends meet, eating your leftovers and raw meat. This dick ain't free. Living in captivity, raised my cap salary, celery, telling me green is all I need. Evidently, all I seen was spam and raw sardines. This dick ain't free. I mean, baby, you really think we could make a baby name Mercedes without a Mercedes Benz and 24-inch rims, 5% tint and air conditioning vents? Hell fucking no. This dick ain't free. I need 40 acres and a mule, not a 40 ounce in a pit bull. Bullshit. Matador, had a door knocking, let him in. Who's that Genito's best friend? This dick ain't free.
Genito's best friend.
You prosper. Titty juice and pussy lips kept me obnoxious, kept me up watching pornos and poverty. Apology, no. Watch you politic with people less fortunate like myself. Every dog has his day. Now doggy style shall help. This dick ain't free. Matter of fact, I need interest. Matter of fact, it's 9 inches. Matter of fact, see our friendship based on business. Pinching, more pinching, your pinching. My consensus been relentless. Fuck forgiveness, fuck your feelings, fuck your sources. All distortion. If we fuck, it's more abortion, more divorce, course and portion. My check with less endorsement left me dormant, dusted, dude, disgusted, force weight. Fuck you, figures and more shit. Porcelain pipes, pressure, busting twice, choices devastated, decapitated the horseman. Oh, America, you bad bitch. I picked cotton and made you rich. Now my dick ain't free.
I'ma get my Uncle Sam to fuck you up. You ain't no king.
You're up.
Boy, oh boy. This is just a crazy song. Got some lyrical miracles going on. Some crazy flowing.
Oh, yeah.
Kendrick. Love that. Instrumental. What the fuck is going on? It's awesome. There's like this really fast-paced jazz type thing going on. Really good drums. Man. I mean, I don't really know what makes it an interlude besides the fact that like he says that thing at the end and then he goes into King Kunta.
I think it's more of an interlude because there's no real set divisive parts between the chorus and the hook. There's nothing that really divides it up as a song. Because he kind of mixes the hook into the verse, you know? He's like, this dick ain't free. And then he keeps going into the next part of the verse. Like, he just adds it in.
All right, well, I would give that song a 9.
9. I'll go real quick. So I wanted to say just a little knowledge or info. This is what Eminem said was Kendrick's best verse he ever wrote. He thinks just as a solid rap verse, he feels this is the best flow to blah blah blah, a whole bunch of technical rap terms. But this is what he called Eminem or Kendrick's best verse. Yeah, I mean, this is crazy rapping. This is freestyling with a little bit of a hook mixed in there every other couple bars. This is straight freestyling on an instrumental. That's all this is. It's fantastic work. I don't love his flow on this. I'll be honest. It's not my favorite, but everything else about this is fantastic. The drums go hard. I know someone pointed out in chat, the drums on this go absolutely hard. This is freestyling at its finest, and it deserves at least an 8.5. Cole.
Wowzers. I'm not really sure how many hip-hop artists have ever tried to just rap over, like, not necessarily a jazz-inspired hip-hop beat, because this isn't, like, it's not a hip-hop beat. This is just free jazz instrumental.
Yeah.
That he decided to just rap over.
There's a couple
like
of them
usually,
who've done it. There's a couple.
But like, usually stuff like Tribe Called Quest is like jazz rap. They take a bunch of jazz elements and apply them to a hip-hop type beat. But he's just saying,
no,
I'm just gonna rap over some free jazz. Like, and it's just like, how the fuck do you pull that off? It's the first time he's ever tried it, and he just fucking nails it this well. I mean, I think his flow is tremendous. I think the lyricism is absolutely brilliant, which is going to be one of the most redundant things I'm going to say throughout this entire album, because I mean, some of the greatest lyricism of all time, I think, is on this album.
Yeah.
I just love how like the jazz instrumental keeps getting more chaotic as the song goes on, and his flow and lyricism gets more, hyper and fast paced and chaotic throughout the song.
Because the instrumental does too. It increases tempo. Oh, did you just say that?
I just
sorry,
said that.
sorry. I was reading chat. Sorry.
The only thing I would say is I wish it were longer. I wish there was more of it. I'm always like,
I disagree
damn.
with that. I think that it's a perfect amount that he put on there, because there is another interlude coming up that does go longer, and we see the effect it has on it. So,
well, that's a different song.
I know, but
saying just like this sound is so cool and unique that I wish there was more of it.
All right, what's your ranking?
Yeah, I'm feeling a 9.
Up next, we have King Kunta.
I got a bone to pick. I don't want you monkey mouth motherfucker sitting in my throne again. I'm mad, but I ain't stressing. True friends, one question. Bitch, where you and I was walking. Now I run the game, got the whole world talking. King Kunta, everybody wanna cut the legs off him. Kunta, black man taking no losses.
Oh, get in your fucking element.
Now I run the game, got the whole world talking. King Kunta, everybody wanna cut the legs off him. When you got the yams, what's the yams? The yam is the power that beat. You can smell it when I'm walking down the street. Oh yes we can, oh yes we can. I can dig rapping, but a rapper with a ghost rider. What the fuck happened?
Probably the first ever Drake diss right there.
I wouldn't tell. But most of y'all sharing bars like you got the bottom bunk in a 2-man sale.
Bye, Edge. Thanks for watching.
Something's in the water. And if I got a brown nose for some gold, then I'd rather be a bum than a motherfucking bum. Oh yeah. Bitch, where you and I was walking. Now I run the game, got the whole world talking. King Kunta, everybody wanna cut the legs off.
I love the back and forth between him and the female singers.
Now I run the game, got the whole world talking.
Perfectly done.
Everybody wanna cut the legs off. When you got the yams, the yam brought it out of Richard Pryor.
Such a weird line.
24/7, 365 days times 2. I was contemplating getting on stage just to go back to the hood, see my enemy and say, oh yeah. Bitch, where you and I was walking. Now I run the game, got the whole world talking. King Kunta, everybody wanna cut the legs off. King Kunta, black man taking no losses. Oh yeah. Bitch, where you and
One of the greatest transitions in the history of hip hop.
I was gonna kill a couple rappers, but they did it to themselves. Everybody's suicidal, they didn't even need my help. This shit is elementary, I'd probably go to jail if I shoot at your identity and bounce to the left. Stuck a flag in my city, everybody screaming Compton. I should probably run from here when I'm done, to be honest. And I put that on my mama and my baby boo too. 20 million walking out the court, better woo woo. Oh yeah, fuck the judge, I made it past 25, and now I was a little.
You're right, Ming, you're right. This is the first on the official album, though.
from the bottom, it's the belly of the beast. From a peasant to a prince to a motherfucking king. Oh yeah. Bitch, where you and I was.
By the time you hear the next pop, the funk shall be within you.
Now I run the game, got the whole world talking. King culture, everybody wanna cut the legs off. King culture, black man taking no loss. Oh yeah. Bitch, where you and I was walking. Now I run the game, got the whole world talking. King culture, everybody wanna cut the legs off.
What a cool ass outro. Pretty sure I had "We Want the Funk" as my Discord status for like 3 months.
I remember you was conflicted, misusing your influence.
What an absolute Pepe jam we have right here, boys. That is just... Well, I know we on YouTube
Pepe
and
jam.
Twitch it doesn't have Pepe, but for anybody who knows, they know. Oh my God. First time I ever heard this song, it was instantly my favorite on this album. Jesus Christ, is it fun. It is groove to the next level of groove. It is funky. It's got incredible lyrics. He is in his fucking element with this hook. He is rapping phenomenally. He's getting the storytelling down. He's got an incredible instrumental rap over. And then the transition always, every time, no matter how many times I listen to the song, the transition always hits me as hard as it did the very first time. And then that tempo increase on the transition out of that into the freestyle, or the rap transition into the tempo increase is perfect. It's just like he took a lot of Not Like Us takes a lot of King Kunta in here with the transition element on it later on, about almost 10 years later down the road. This is flawless songwriting. Everything about this is perfect, is a 10, and it's easy. All right, I'm done talking. Cole, take it away from me.
Yeah, I mean, I don't disagree with much of what you said. I mean, the groove is incredible. It's so damn fun and bouncy as hell. It's one of the catchiest songs I think he's ever written. It's got fantastic lyricism. The songwriting is phenomenal. Everything is so perfectly detailed. And it's got a really cool. I love the guitar on the outro. That's really good. Yeah, I don't really have any.
Name a flaw. You can.
I struggle to name a flaw with this album. Really. Yeah, I'm feeling a 9.5.
What? What's preventing this from being a 10?
There's.
Do I still feel like
Is
that?
it just an element of 10 that you're not feeling in it for some reason?
I suppose.
All right. Noah.
Oh yeah, this is one of the most the groove.
Oh.
One is infectious. That bass is so bouncy. Love it. I mean, definitely one of the catchiest hooks that I've heard in rap. I mean, I'm not crazy well versed in rap, but
I mean, this is probably
easily up there.
like top 5 easy.
Yeah, hard to say too much when you guys pretty much dissected it for me, so I guess I'll just give it a rating.
All right.
This too, Pat, just falls just short of my 10 benchmark, and is also 9.5.
I don't know what you guys are missing to give this a 10. I really don't. All right, it's time. Moving on to Institutionalized. I swear this album takes a definite change, even though it's only technically 2 songs deep. 3 if you count the interlude.
Sparkling. Simmering.
Farmers Union iced coffee. Cole doesn't like coffee, bro. You're gonna have to send that to me.
What money got to do with it? When I don't know the full definition of a rap image. I'm trapped inside the ghetto and I ain't proud to admit it. Institutionalized, so I keep running back for a visit. Hold up. Get it back.
Who starts off a song with lyricism that fucking brilliant?
When I ain't proud to admit it, institutionalized, I can still kill me a nigga. So
Man, who's got the balls to start off a rap song with this type of voice?
Take the chains off me.
I would have loved to have been the engineer with Kendrick in the room when he was making this song.
I don't want to be an engineer. I'd fuck it up.
No, I want to be with the engineer in the room when he's making the song.
Chill next to him, like.
What are we dealing with? See, Kendrick's a fan of milk too, Cole. How you doing, Jeffrey?
Doing good, man. Doing great because I'm listening to this album.
Hard to not be.
My niggas think I'm a god. Truthfully, all of them spoil. Usually you're never charged. But something came over you once I took you to them fucking BET Awards. You looking at artists like they're harvests. So many
that is such a bar.
Somebody told me you thinking about snatching jury. I should've listened what my grandmama said to me. Shit don't change until you get up and wash your ass, nigga. Shit don't change until you get up and wash your ass.
Oh, he's funny, bro.
Oh!
Shit don't change until you get up and wash your ass, nigga. Oh, now. Slow down.
Oh, Jeffrey, don't get me hard, bro.
Once upon a time in the city so divine called Westside Compton, there stood a little nigga, he was 5 foot something. God bless the kid, took his homies to the show and this is what they said.
What am I supposed to do when I'm looking at walking licks? The constant big money talk about the mention in foreign whips, the private jets and passport, presidential glass for gold bottles, gold models, giving up the ass for Instagram flick, sucking dick. Fuck is this? One more sucker waving with a fleshy wrist. My defense mechanism tell me to get him quickly because he got it. It's a recession, then why the fuck he ain't king of diamonds? No more living, boy, meet my 4-4. When I see him with the per diem on the floor, now Kendrick know they your co-workers, but this gon' take a lot for this pistol go cold turkey. Now I can watch on the TV and be okay, but see I'm on the clock once that watch landing in LA. Remember still from the rich and giving it back to the poor. Well, that's me at these awards. I guess my grandmama was warning the boy. She said, shit don't change until you get up and wash your ass, nigga.
Probably the last good Snoop feature he's had in a long time.
Shit don't change till you get up and wash your ass, nigga. Oh, now. Slow down.
Once upon a time in the city so divine called Westside Compton, there stood a little nigga, he was 5 foot something. Dazed and confused, talented but still under the neighborhood rules. You could take your boy out the hood, but you can't take the hood off the homie. Took his show money, stashed it in the mosey wosey. Hollywood's nervous. Fuck you, good night, thank you much for your service.
Who was right? Who was doing this? Like, who
Back
besides Kendrick Lamar was doing shit like
in
this?
rap, nobody.
Writing songs that are like this lyrically dense, this instrumentally detailed, that are like this ambitious in this style, like using this much jazz in your music.
With all that you said, nobody, but there is a couple people who are doing the lyricism, but not to the, I don't think to the same level, obviously. Sorry, continue.
I mean, I'm just so glad this exists. It's so awesome.
He's just happy.
There's just so much to unpack in all of these songs, and lyrically and instrumentally. There's always something interesting going on, or cool and creative and fun or pretty. I mean, this song is like instrumentally is just so pretty to me. It's got this like weird jazz drum groove. And then these just like sparkling, I don't even know what instrument it is, but it's just like sparkling all around it. just super cool. And then, I mean, lyrically, it's just fantastic. I'm feeling a 9.
Okay. I wanted to reply to someone before I forgot because Jeffrey said Jid does it a little bit. He does, but he's more of a newer artist. Kendrick was doing this almost 10 years ago at this point, so yeah, that was the difference. But yeah, Institutionalized. I mean, used to not be a fan of this song when I first heard the album. I didn't quite understand why he was doing the weird voices and not rapping normally like he usually does. And that sort of changed because I've appreciated the lyrics that he's using more. The voice is that he uses, the, you know, whether it's the weird little almost like high pitched sounding voice down to like the different, you know, sort of freestyling voices. It doesn't bother me as much as it used to. I guess I've just listened to it enough that I've gotten over it. I disagree about one thing. I've never liked this hook. I just can't get myself, no matter how many times I enjoy this song, I cannot get into this hook. Huh?
Cheat Don't Change is
yeah, no, the hook.
That's awesome.
It's cool lyrics, but the way he sings it is just, it's just whack.
A guy.
Well, whoever it is, the way they sing it is just, it doesn't work for me. I don't know. It makes me a little uncomfortable hearing it, to be honest. It's just the way they sing it. I don't know. It's never. There's just some things you can't get over, and that's one of the things, you know. Outside of that, lyrics are great. I love the instrumental. Oh, I love when rappers get on it. It's a basic sort of jazz fusion hip hop instrumental, and they dumb it down and they make it, and they just kind of go off a verse for verse on it. Those are the best. Solid 8.5 for me. Outside of that, Noah.
Yeah, man. Gorgeous instrumental. That's definitely my favorite part of the song.
Agreed.
It's very free-flowing. I think it fits the way that Kendrick is flowing very, very, very well. Big fan of that. You know, for Snoop Dogg, pretty good hook. Hook.
I mean, they didn't force him to do a lot, so
they were just
true.
like, just do
like three, 4 bars max, bro. That's all we need.
Yeah, I wasn't. You know,
I really doubt Snoop wrote those lyrics either.
Maybe not.
There's one I think
it's not very Snoop type lyrics, but maybe he's too proud though. He would definitely write it.
There's one that he definitely wrote, and that was like the "take the hood out the homie" part.
Yeah.
I think he definitely wrote that.
He definitely wrote that.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of the hook. Super unconventional. Kendrick took a lot of risks on this album.
This whole album
nobody
is a
was
risk.
doing.
Whole album's a risk.
And every time he just does it exactly how I'd want it. No way. I don't think I can't even word it. This album's such a brain fuck.
Stuttering my brain.
It's not even stuttering. I just can't get the words.
I get what you mean.
Yeah. I'm feeling a 10 on this, or not a 10. Not a 10.
Oh.
Jesus.
Okay.
Yeah. This album's fucking with my brain. 9.
Up next, we have These Walls, because this is a long album.
I remember you was conflicted. Been streaming for 47 minutes for like 5 songs.
I know, but we knew that going into it.
That made so long.
Hey, I'll have to chop up the video, but the stream can go long.
Is that audio Cole hearing this album for the first time?
I was like 18 when I heard this album for the first time. I don't remember. I just thought it was whatever the first time I heard it.
Fair enough.
Just sex.
Drums are fat as hell.
I completely agree with your opinion, Wicked. Completely. Welcome, Galaxy. Glad to play your favorite song. Hey.
We all did it.
That was a trifecta hey right there. That was completely unplanned, by the way. Concurrent viewers, what's up, boys?
No boat, I float better than he would. No light jacket, I'm not the God of Nazareth. But your flood can be misunderstood. War telling me they full of pain.
Happy birthday, here you go.
Hello! Happy birthday, bro!
Landlord said the wall vacant more than a minute. The wall are vulnerable. Exclamation, interior pink, color coordinated. I interrogated every nook and cranny. I mean, it's still amazing before they couldn't stand me. These walls wanna cry tears. These walls happier when I'm here. These walls never can hold up. Every time I come around, demolition might.
Top 3 Kendrick song.
Old statement.
Very.
The wall can talk, they tell me to go deep. Yelling at me continuously, I can see your defense mechanism is my decision. Knock these walls down, that's my religion. Wall feeling like they ready to close in.
Everyone wish Hugo a happy birthday.
I resonate in these walls. I don't know how long I could wait in these walls. I've been on the streets too long. Looking at you from the outside in, they sing the same old song about how they was always the cleanest. I beg to differ.
What's going on, boys?
I'm not involved. I'd rather diss them. I'd rather call on you, put your wall up. Cause when I come around, demolition go. I can feel your rain when it cries. Gold lives inside of you. I love it when I'm in. I love it when I'm in.
This is not what I'd ever expect from a hip hop song, and then you get it. We are vibing hard.
How could you not?
God, this song is out.
If your walls can talk, they tell you it's too late. Your destiny accepted, your fate. Build accessories and stash them on the yard. Take the recipe, the Bible and God. Wall telling you that commissary is low. Race wars happening, no calling CO. No calling your mother to save you. Homies to say you're reputable, not acceptable. Your behavior sent me to board like a killer that turned snitch. Walls is telling me you're a bitch. You pray for pills, hoping the warden would afford them.
That sentence so important.
Walls telling you to listen and sing about me. Retaliation is strong, you even dream about me. Kill my homeboy and God spared your life. Dumb criminal got indicted, same night. So when you play the song, rewind the first verse. About me abusing my power so you could hurt. About me and her in the shower whenever she horny. About me and her in the after hours of the morning. About her baby daddy currently serving life. And how she think about you until we meet up at night. About the only girl cared about you when you asked her. And how she fucking on a famous rapper.
Walls can talk.
Just storytelling on a god tier level. I wish I could have.
This is not our first reaction.
Misusing your
Gotta
influence.
let that boy.
Sometimes I did the same. Abusing my power full of resentment. Resentment that turned into a deep depression. Found myself screaming in the hotel.
Yep. This is definitely one of my favorite songs on the album. The instrumental is just gorgeous. The transitions are seamless. Kendrick is just flown over perfectly. The lyrics are really, really good. But I mean, we'll be saying that the entire album. So not exactly going to be a shocking thing here. Yeah, it's probably for me the catchiest song on the album. I know there's gonna be some disagreeals there. I know. For me, this is.
Now we coming out with the hot takes. Okay, damn.
I'm a big fan of this song. So big a fan, in fact, that I'm feeling 10.
Oh my god! Noah came out spicy chili pepper take right there. All right, Cole. You look like you disagreed a little bit there. Not hardcore, obviously, but...
Well, I'm certainly not going to call it a bad opinion to give this song a 10. I totally get it.
Sure.
I would probably give this song a 9.5 because I think it's absolutely amazing. And, like, the lyrics are fucking incredible with the, comparisons to the walls of a jail cell and the walls of other things.
If you know, you know.
And the instrumental just being one of like the smoothest, most like chilled. I don't know if chilled is right, but just like so incredibly smooth and casual but still like fun and groovy as hell. Yeah, I'm feeling a 9.5.
Well, boys, this one is also one that I have changed my opinion on. Not reluctantly at all, because this has just skyrocketed up the charts for me. Good God, the storytelling is just fantastic. The metaphor between exactly what Cole was saying, the walls of a prison cell, the walls of a jail cell that he feels he and all his compatriots are in, and all the people he grew up with are in, and the walls of if you know, you know. All that being said, with the female voice as well, carrying that part of it in her view and her vision of that, the metaphor that she was bringing is just, it's just storytelling perfection. Plus, there's slight jazz fusion instrumental here as well, along with this incredible hip hop beat. I mean, it's Kendrick personified. It's I don't even want to give it a 9. I know we don't do anything higher than this, but for this song I'm going to, this is the closest song I have to a 10 that I have never given 10. I'm going to do a 9.9. I know we don't do that, but this one deserves it in my opinion. All right, up next we have You. 10 or a 9. Nice ranking, Daryl. Cole. Loving You is complicated.
Really?
Loving you is complicated. 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 Loving you is complicated.
Chat's into it.
Loving you is complicated. I place blame when you steal, place shame when you steal. Feel like you ain't shit, feel like you don't feel confidence in yourself. Breaking on marble floors, watching anonymous strangers telling me that I'm yours. But you ain't shit, I'm confidential, tolerance nothing special. What can I blame you for? Nigga, I can name several situations. I start with your little sister baking. A baby inside, just a teenager. Where your patience?
Come on, guys, no threats in the chat.
Reached in front of 100,000, but never reached up. I fucking tell you, fucking failure. You ain't no leader. I never liked you, forever despised you. I don't need you. The world don't need you. Don't let them deceive you. Numbers lie too. Fuck your pride too. That's what dedication. Thought money would change you. Made you more complacent.
Jeffrey, I would agree with that actually.
I swear, loving you is complicated. 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 Loving you is complicated.
I love that opinion you use.
Loving you is complicated. Loving you is complicated. Loving you, not loving you. 100 proof.
I can feel your vibe and recognize that you're ashamed of me. Yes, I hate you too.
This is so unnecessary and it's so great. It's like Kendrick's version of a field recording.
You the reason why mama and them leaving. No, you ain't shit. You say you love them. I know you don't mean it. I know you irresponsible, selfish. You deny you can't help it. Your trials and tribulations are burden. Everyone felt it. Everyone heard it. Multiple shots, corners crying out. You was deserted. Where was your antennas again? Where was your presence? Where was your support that you pretend? You ain't no brother. You ain't no disciple. You ain't no friend. A friend never leave Compton for profit or leave his best friend, little brother. You promised you watch him before they shot him. Where was your antennas? On the road, bottles and benches. You FaceTime the one time. That's unforgiving. You even FaceTime instead of a hospital visit. Guess you thought he'd recover well. Third surgery, they couldn't stop the bleeding for real. Then he died, God himself, and said you fucking failed. You ain't tried.
Cole, I have a question for you after this song, about this song.
I know your secrets, nigga. Mood swings is frequent, nigga. I know depression is resting on your heart for 2 reasons, nigga. I know you and a couple black boys ain't been speaking, nigga. Y'all damn near beefing, I see it, and you're the reason, nigga. And if this
It's fucked up to laugh at that, but it's a little funny.
Because you shook as soon as you knew confinement was needed. I know your secrets. Don't let me tell them to the world about that shit you thinking. And that time that you out to Earl, I'm fucked up. But I ain't as fucked up as you. You just can't get right. I think your heart made a bulletproof. Should've killed your ass long time ago. You should've filled that black revolver blast long time ago. And if this marriage could talk, it'd say you gotta go. And if I told your secrets, the world of no money can't stop a suicidal weakness.
Yeah, this song, it takes a special kind of taste in your mouth, or it leaves a special kind of taste in your mouth. It's a dark song. It's a really, you read the lyrics on this one and it talks you through some stuff right here. It's dark. Obviously, Kendrick's going through some emotional times here in this song. What I like about this especially is sort of a representation. Later on, he does sort of, like I said to Cole, there's a very similar song later on in Mr. Morale, where on Mother I Sober, where he sort of he basically like does the exact same thing, except he, instead of him rapping the female part, he actually brings in a female to do that part, which is super unique. On this, he kind of does the female part himself. It's a very dramatic song. Obviously, the lyrics are very deep and personal to him. He even gets into that whole, mood with the drinking and what he would say when he is in that state of mind and the type of feeling he go. Talking specifically about the song itself, I do like the instrumental. I think it's obviously the instruments on this album are just fantastic, and we've extorted that to death. So I'll say I love the saxophone on this mainly. I think it's great, and then that bass line in the back, that doom doom, it hits really hard, especially when you hear it multiple times. It's never been a favorite of mine, just because it's kind of hard to continually listen to. It's just like, it's an impactful and very emotional song. It's never something you can just constantly listen to, but I give it a very solid 8. I think even, and now I will say that there are going to be people who trash me for it and say, oh, no, it's definitely a 10. It's super impactful. It's emotional as hell. I get it. I agree with you. It's just not exactly my favorite style of music. That's all. That's all. Don't shoot the messenger. Well, I guess don't shoot me. All right, Cole.
Yeah, I mean, this one, he really gets into some self-deprecating stuff here. I mean, he's got like some hardcore self-hatred going on in this song, and it's incredible how well he pulls it off, like how convincingly he is just like roasting the hell out of himself for all these fucked up things in his past that he blames himself for. Not being there for like a family member or relative in the hospital, and getting like putting on the persona of like just getting drunk in a hotel room and hating himself. It's pretty powerful stuff.
Yeah.
It's not, it's I'm not throwing it on as much as Wesley's Theory, just because, it's fucked up to listen to all this stuff, but it's
hard. The
writing and lyricism is just it's incredible how impactful it is when you really sit down and listen to it. Yeah, I'd probably throw it at 8.5 to a 9.
That's a fair rating. 8.5 to a 9. All right, Noah.
Yeah, oh boy. I'm not gonna talk about the lyrics because you guys did all of that. He does a really good job on this song with different vocal tones. He does a lot of different ones, and he does a very good job conveying certain emotions. I think he did that very well. Maybe the best he's done in his career, honestly.
It's definitely up there.
Instrumental, great. I mean, everything's great. It's just, the replay value is not as high as some of the other songs on the album, just because of how fucked up it is. I'm definitely bumping these walls over you.
I think there's a few songs you bump over you, but I think that's the intention, is to be more of a
it's hard to listen to someone
talk about that,
hate themselves this much.
Yeah.
Amazing song, but the replay value certainly hurts it. Unless you're listening to the album, then I'll happily listen to it. But I'm also feeling an 8.
All right, now for a song that you can bump into with the boys, let's go to All Right.
What a transition.
I know, right?
You to All Right.
All's my life I has to fight, nigga. All's my life I hard times like yeah, bad trips like yeah. Nazareth, I'm fucked up, homie, you fucked up, but if God got us, then we gon' be alright.
Nigga, we gon' be alright. Nigga, we gon' be alright. We gon' be alright. Do you hear me? Do you feel me? We gon' be alright. Nigga, we gon' be alright. Huh? We gon' be alright. Nigga, we gon' be alright. Do you hear me? Do you feel me? We
I'm
gon'
good,
be
Nathan.
alright.
And when I wake up, I recognize you looking at me for the pay cut. Bahamas, I be looking at you from the face down. One Mac 11, even boom with the bass down. Scheming, now let me tell you about my life. Painkillers only put me in the twilight. With pretty pussy and Benjamin is the highlight. Now tell my mama I love her, but this what I like. Lord knows, 20 of them in my Chevy. Tell them all to come and get me, reaping everything I sow. So my karma come in heaven, no preliminary hearings on my record. I'm a motherfucking gangster, and silence for the record. Tell the world I know it's too late. Boys and girls, I think I've gone crazy. Trying to side my faces all day. Won't you please believe when I say, when you know we've been hurt, been down before. Nigga, when our pride was low, looking at the world like, where do we go? Nigga, and we hate po-po, wanna kill us dead in the street for sure. Nigga, I'm at the preacher's door. My knees getting weak and my gun might blow, but we gon' be alright.
The drums.
Be alright. Nigga, we gon' be alright. We gon' be alright. Do you hear me? Do you feel me? We gon' be alright. Nigga, we gon' be alright. Huh? We gon' be alright. Nigga, we gon' be alright. Do you hear me? Do you feel me? We gon' be alright.
What you want? You a house, you a car, 40 acres and a mule, a piano, a guitar, anything. See, my name is Lucy, I'm your dog. Motherfucker, you can live at the mall. I can see the evil, I can tell it. I know it's illegal. I don't think about it. I deposit every other zero. Thinking of my partner, put the candy painting on a Rico. Digging in my pocket, in a profit big enough to feed you. Everything my logic, get another dollar just to keep you in the presence of your Chico. I don't talk about it, be about it. Every day I sequel. If I got it, then you know you got it. Heaven, I can reach you. Pet dog, my dog, that's all. Big back and chat, I trap the back for y'all. I rap, I black on tracks, so rest assured. My rights, my wrongs, I right till I'm right with God. When you know we been hurt, been down before. Nigga, when our pride was low, looking at the world like, where do we go? Nigga, and we hate po-po, wanna kill us dead in the street for sure. Nigga, I'm at the preacher's door. My knees getting weak and my gun might blow, but we gon' be alright.
Nigga, we gon' be alright. Nigga, we gon' be alright.
Just one of the absolute best flow setups to a hook ever.
Nigga, we gon' be alright. Huh? We gon' be alright. Nigga, we gon' be alright. Do you hear me? Do you feel me?
Cole, you trying to bust down?
Maybe.
Nights in my prayers.
I remember you was conflicted, misusing your influence. Sometimes I did the same, abusing my power full of resentment that turned into a deep depression. Found myself screaming in the hotel room. I didn't want to self-destruct. The evils of Lucy was all around me, so I went running for answers.
Man, for an album that gets as out there as this, infectious hooks that anybody can enjoy, this song is, again, one of those songs. I could see why it got as popular as it did. It is amazing. It has a fantastic instrumental. It's got crazy verses where he'll just go on these long, fast runs of just crazy lyrics. This song is amazing. I think King Kunta's a better song, and that's a 9.5. So I think this will also have to be a 9.5.
Super sorry about that. Long stream. Would you give it a 9.5?
Yeah.
Wow. I'm actually surprised. I didn't think you would go that high. I really didn't.
Really?
I did not think you would go that high. All right, Cole. And there's a reason I didn't think you'd go that high, and Cole's about to say that reason.
Well, wowie. That is it's weird to call it straightforward, but I suppose compared to some of the other songs on this album, it is one of the more straightforward ones structurally. But he's just in a place on this album where it feels like it doesn't matter what he tries to do. he's just gonna figure out a way to make it amazing.
Sorry, keep going.
And I mean, that's glazing as hell, but it's fucking true. I don't really care.
Glaze away.
He's just in a place where every decision that he makes is the right one. And I think that's definitely true on this song. I mean, the instrumental, I think Pharrell produced this song and sings the chorus too.
I think you're right.
The instrumental is so much fun. It's really high tempo. It's got so much energy. And somebody in the chat pointed out, I think it deserves a mention, like the music video for this song is amazing too.
It is.
So much energy. There's so much passion in all the performances, especially fucking Kendrick, because there's like these two moments on the instrumental, or not on the instrumental, lyrically, where it's like he's shot out of a cannon. I mean, he just goes crazy. Keeps getting faster and faster, and the lyrics, I mean, every word is, I'm just like hanging on every word that he's saying. I don't know how much more I could glaze this song if I honestly though, like, I mean, chorus is amazing too, but like maybe my favorite part of this song is like the soul singing during the outro. I fucking love that. It's just like,
really,
it's so random that he throws that in there, but again, he's just in a place where he could do no wrong right now. It's the first time I've given this song a 10. I'm gonna give it a 10.
No freaking way!
Yeah,
You changed your name! You have never well, you said it. You've never done that before. I have always been so pissed that you never gave this a 10, and then you change it to a 10. That's wild. All right, fair enough.
All right.
Wow. What do you say?
We gonna be all right.
We gonna be all right. There it is. Okay, awesome. Yeah, no, absolutely. 100%. This is a 10. This is an airtight 10. This is catchy as hell. They already mentioned all that. This has got an incredible verse, and Kendrick transitions his verse tempo, as Cole said. He starts out with a nice little flow. He's going into it, and then there are certain points where he ups his tempo a bit, like, and he gets into his little like 4 or 5 bars, or even up to like 10 bars, where he's just going on a faster tempo. He's getting aggressive with it. He's making you feel every single word that he's saying, and lyrically, because he's at such a peak right now in the storytelling in this album, that he just comes out with these aggressive bars that all hit everyone and makes the lyrics hit even better. So fantastic. Used to be my favorite song on this album when I first heard this album, but it has changed a little bit for me. But yeah, that's a 10. That's an easy 10. All right, we got to move on to For Sale ? Interlude. It is so like Kendrick to just bust this type out randomly.
Noah, do you know what that instrument is called? I can't remember what it's called. Chat, what's that instrument called? The one that's like... It's like this thing.
Now, baby, when I get you, I'ma go hit the fire with you. Smoking, looking, poking the danger till I'm out with you. Cause I want you. Now, baby, when I'm riding dirty. Registration inside of service. Smoking, looking, drinking that potion. You can see me swerving. Cause I want you. I want you more than you know. I remember you took me to a bar last week, baby.
It sounds like an omnichord. I was trying to find the name of it.
Whatever it is, I swear he got the idea to use that from Marvin Gaye.
Now, baby, when I get
Chicken taka masala or butter chicken?
You said to me,
Chicken
you
to
said your name was
salad,
Lucy. I said, where's Ricardo? You said, oh no, not the show. Then you spit a little rap to me like this when I turned 26. I was like,
Oh shit!
You said to me, I remember what you said too.
Oh,
You
shit.
said,
Flow
my
so
name is
sick.
Lucy Kendrick. You introduced me, Kendrick. Usually I don't do this, but I see you and me, Kendrick. Lucy give you no worries. Lucy got million stories about these rappers that I came after when they was boring. Lucy go fill your pockets. Lucy go move your mama out of Compton inside the gigantic mansion like I promised.
Gigantic.
Lucy just wants your trust and loyalty. Avoided me. It's not so easy. I'm at these functions accordingly, Kendrick. Lucy don't slack a minute. Lucy work harder. Lucy gon' call you even when Lucy know you love your father. I'm Lucy. I loosely heard prayers on your first album, truly. Lucy don't mind, cause at the end of the day you'll pursue me. Lucy go get it. Lucy not timid. Lucy up front. Lucy got paperwork on top of paperwork. I want you to know that Lucy got you all your life. I watched you, and now you all grown up to sign this contract if that's possible. Get you. I'ma go hit the bottle with you. Smoking, looking, broken, the danger till I'm out with you.
New poll for you, Chad.
Now, baby, when I'm riding, yeah, I'm riding dirty. Registration is out of service. Smoking, looking, drinking that potion. You can see me swerving, cause I want you.
That's such a nice rhythm. I love that rhythm right there.
I remember you was conflicted, misusing your influence. Sometimes I did the same, abusing my power full of resentment that turned into a deep depression. Found myself screaming in the hotel room. I didn't want to self-destruct. The evils of Lucy was all around me, so I went running for answers.
So for sale, Interlude. Weird little interlude, but so many things to talk about on it. I mean, we have obviously a common theme about this album has just been the instrumental work. And it is really never been more personified in this type of song, where you have so many different characteristics to it. You got that little thing that Cole was talking about at the very beginning, which is such a cool instrument. I don't know what the hell instrument it is, but it has this amazing rhythm that goes throughout the song. It really is like encompassing it, the whole song's flow, and it's basically in the background the whole time, and it's fantastic. Love the jingly sound of the bells there at the I guess keyboard, probably more of a synthesizer at the very end. Love that outro type. And man, Kendrick has some really interesting flows on this song. He chooses a whole different mess of styles with it. He doesn't keep anything to like exactly the same throughout it. And probably one of my favorite little bridges on this entire album, like where he goes, when I'm riding here, I'm riding dirty. Oh, his flow on that, where he goes and he swings you back and forth with it. I love that part so much. I think this deserves I'll give it an 8. And what did I give the previous interlude? 8.5. Oh, I do think this is better. I'll give this a 9 then. Cool.
I mean, he just keeps putting a ball on a tee and just knocking it out of the park with everything he tries. I mean, I don't think he had gone quite this soul focused, like genre wise yet. And I mean, he tries it here and he does a damn good job of it. I mean, obviously lyrically it's pretty fucking awesome. And I mean, just how creative and unique the instrumental is just tremendous as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably feeling like a 8.5 to a 9, I guess.
Yeah, that's honestly a better rating for mine because it's 8.5 to a 9 as well. Noah.
Boy, it's a pretty little tune.
Yes.
Instrumental's really good. The soul vocals as well. You know, lyrically, of course, it's amazing. Flow-wise, floats over the beat seamlessly. Amazing song. 9.
Absolutely. Up next, we have Mama.
You that sloppy.
That's sloppy. Distant Memory said he loved this song so much. 9.5 out of 10. Sorry, just want to make sure I got that one.
This feeling is unmatched. This feeling is brought to you by adrenaline and good rap. Black Pendleton, bar cap. We don't share the same synonym. Far back. Been in it before internet had new acts. Mimicking radio's nemesis made me whack. My innocence limited, the experience lacked. 10 of us with no tentative tactic that cracked. The mind of a literate writer, but I did it in fact. You admitted it once I submitted it, wrapped in plastic. Remember scribbling, scratching, diligent sentences backwards, visiting freestyle ciphers for your reaction. Now I can live in this stadium, pack it the fastest. Gambling Benjamin benefit, sending in traffic, spinning women in cartwheels, linen fabric on fashion, winning in every decision. Kendrick is master that mastered it, isn't it? Lovely how menaces turn attraction, pivoting rappers finish a fraction while writing blue magic. Thank God for rap. I would say it got me a plaque, but what's better than that? The fact it brought me back home.
We've been waiting for you, waiting for you, waiting for you, waiting for you.
I know everything. I know everything, know myself, I know morality, spirituality, good and bad health. I know fatality might haunt you. I know everything, I know Compton, I know street shit, I know shit that's conscious. I know everything, I know lawyers, advertisement, and sponsors. I know wisdom, I know bad religion, I know good karma. I know everything, I know history. I know the universe works mentally. I know the perks of bullshit, is it meant for me? I know everything. I know cars, clothes, hoes, and money. I know loyalty, I know respect, I know those that's unreal. I know everything, the highs, the lows, the groupies, the junkies. I know if I'm generous at heart, I don't need recognition. The way I'm rewarded, well, that's God's decision. I know you know that line's for Compton School District. Just give it to the kids, don't gossip about how it's distributed. I know how people work. I know the price of life, I'm knowing how much it's worth. I know what I know, and I know it well not to ever forget. Until I realized I didn't know shit the day I came home.
We've been waiting for you, waiting for you, waiting for you, waiting for you.
I met a little boy that resembled my features. Nappy afro, gap in his smile. Hand-me-down sneakers bounce through the crowd. Running number home men and women that crossed him. Sunbeaming on his BDBs, exhausted. Tossing footballs with his ashy black ankles. Breaking new laws, mama passed on home training. He looked at me and said, Kendrick, you do know my language. You just forgot because of what public schools had painted. Oh, I forgot, don't kill my vibe, that's right, you're famous. I used to watch on Channel 5, TV was taken. But never mind, you're here right now, don't you mistake it, it's just a new trip. Take a glimpse of your family ancestor, make a new list of everything you thought was progress, and that was bullshit. I know your life is full of turmoil, you're spoiled by fantasies of who you are. I feel bad for you, I can attempt to enlighten you without frightening you. If you resist, I back off quick, go catch a flight or two. But if you pick destiny, hover, rest in peace, then be an advocate. Tell your homies especially to come back home.
This is a world premiere. This is a world premiere. This is a world premiere.
I've been looking for you my whole life, and every time for the feeling I can barely describe. What you reside? Is it in a woman? Is it in money or man? Tell me something, got me losing my mind. You make me wanna jump, jump, jump. Let's talk about jump, jump, jump. Let's talk about jump, jump, jump. Let's talk about jump, jump, jump. Let's talk about. I've been looking for you my whole life, and every time for the feeling I can barely describe. Where you reside? Is it in a woman? Is it in money or man? Tell me something, think I'm losing my mind. I say where you at, from the front to the back. I'm looking for you, I react only when you react. I thought I found you back in the ghetto when I was 17 with the 30th best. show. Maybe you in a dollar bill, maybe you're not real. Maybe only the wealthy get to know how you feel. Maybe you're paranoid, maybe I don't need you anyway. Don't lie to me, I'm suicidal anything. I can be your advocate, I can preach for you.
Well, I do think that this song is like maybe the most underrated song on this album. Because I don't really see why it shouldn't be, you know, up in the same class as some of the best songs on this album. Because I think this is one of the best songs on this album. I mean, if the last song, he obviously tries to go a little more soulful with the instrumental, but here he's going like head first into like one of the most soulful instrumentals I've ever heard on a hip hop song, period. And I absolutely adore it. I love how detailed the instrumental is. I love how many like moving parts there are to it.
Yeah.
There's always something to listen to with it. And because he's in a place where he's being such a brilliant writer that he just makes it all work. And then he puts, you know, typical incredible To Pimp a Butterfly lyrics over top of it. And then he does one of the best transitions on the album towards the end of the song here and brings up the tempo and the energy into this really, really cool outro. And I fucking love this song so much. I think it's amazing. I give it a 9.5.
9.5. So lo-fi soul before it was cringe. Yeah, this song has gone back and forth to me. I've really appreciated his lyricism on this. I mean, that's an understatement given this whole album. But I think this song, actually, his lyricism is taken to another level because of the way he, and somebody in chat said it when we were listening to it, this song is sort of like Kendrick thinks he's figured out everything because, you know, he has the big record, he has the big album, he's got the big sales, he's got the big, you know, singles and all that. He thinks he finally, you know, got out the hood and he's figured out everything. He knows life. He knows exactly what to expect. And then it all came crashing back down to him as soon as he left. And he gets realized, I didn't know shit, you know. And then once he realizes that, he's able to reassess his life and what he thought of things. And he's able to put those feelings and what he learned from this into this song and describe how he went through that process of figuring out what he realized he didn't know and what he thought he knew versus what he did know. All over an incredibly jazzy beat, all over an incredibly great flow, and then the transition flow on the outro, which I think is honestly the better flow. To be, you know, if you want to say, I think he sounds better on the fading outro flow than he even did on the regular verses, which is crazy. Yeah, this song has definitely changed for me. I still have a couple issues with it that are just minor things. I don't love the way he voice pitches himself a bit on some of the. He uses a higher pitched voice on some of the verses. Some of the flows are a little there. He stretches the verse and stretches it out to get into the next bar or to the hook. Doesn't sound perfect. Not to be too nitpicky though, so I'm going to give this a 8.5. Noah.
Man, I agree with everything Cole said, but man, this album, how like in depth it goes with all these different issues about himself and the world in general.
Yeah,
it can be so disorienting.
Yeah, if it goes in and pressurizes you, and you try to catch up with everything he's saying.
Yeah, it's tough, but I enjoy the challenge of it. It's always interesting every time, and one day I'll get all of it. One day, still hasn't happened, but one day.
I mean, I'm still catching on things every listen.
Yeah, so I'll give the song an 8.5.
8.5. And for chat saw, but I did change. I'm gonna go 8.5, 9. Minor change. All right. Up next we have Hood Politics.
You on some weirdo rap shit, nigga.
10 songs in, 100-minute long stream.
We knew this was gonna happen, though. Hi, Jonathan. What's up, man? Or woman.
I've been A1 since day one, you niggas boo-boo. Your own boy, you block that you're from.
Boo-boo.
Little hoes you went to school with. Boo-boo. Baby mama and your new bitch. Boo-boo. We was in the hood, 14 with the deuce. 14 years later, going hard like we used to on a dead fuck about no politics and rap, my nigga. My little homie Stunner Deuce ain't never coming back, my nigga. So you better go hard every time you jump on wax, my nigga. Fuck what they talk about, your shit is where it's at, my nigga. Came in this game, you stuck your fangs in this game. You want no chain in this game, your hood, your name in this game. Now you double up, time to bubble up the bread and huddle up. Stick it to the scripts, now if them Benjamins go cuddle up. Skip, hop, drip, drop, flip, flop with the white tube sack. It go. That's what the product smell like when the chemicals mix. 50 niggas salute out the Compton Zoo with the extras. Elcos, Monte Carlos, Road Kings and dressers. Rip Riders, P-Funkers, Mexicans, they fuck with you. Asians, they fuck with you. Nobody can fuck with you. I've been A1 since day one, you niggas boo-boo. Your own boy, your block that you're from, boo-boo. Little hoes you went to school with, boo-boo. Baby mama and your new bitch, boo-boo. We was in the hood, 14 with the deuce. 14 years later, going hard like we used to on the dead homies. On the dead homies. Hopped out the caddy.
I think you could figure that one out yourself, Mr. Diamond.
Oh yeah, Puto wanna squabble with me, Vadio. Oh yeah, tell them they can run it for the cardio. Oh yeah, everything is scandalous. Slow motion for the ambulance. The project filled with cameras. The LAPD gambling, scrambling. Football numbers slandering. Niggas' names on paper, you snitched all summer. Streets don't fail me now. They tell me it's a new gang in town. From Compton to Congress. Set tripping all around. Ain't nothing new but a fluid new Demo Crips and red blood against red state versus a blue state. Which one you governing? They give us guns and drugs, call us thugs, making they promise to fuck with you. No condom, they fuck with you. Obama say what it do.
Obama say what it do. Obama say what it do.
I've been A1 since day one, you niggas boo-boo. Your own boy, your block that you're from, boo-boo. Little hoes you went to school with, boo-boo. Baby mama and your new bitch, boo-boo. We was in the hood, 14 with the deuce. 14 years later, going hard like we used to on the dead homies. On the dead homies. Everybody wanna talk about
That is such a cool bass.
Who the realest and who whack, or who white and who black. Critics wanna mention that they missed when hip-hop was rapping. Motherfucker, if you did, the killer might could be black. Y'all priorities fucked up, put energy in wrong shit. Hennessy and Crown Vic, my memory been gone since. Don't ask about no camera blocking at award shows. No ask about my bitch, no ask about my foes. Unless you asking me about power, yeah, I got a lot of it. I'm the only nigga next to Snoop that can push the button. Had the coast on standby, K that what up,
Still does.
Up Pandora's box, I box in my land by a landslide. Nah, homie, we too sensitive. It spill out to the streets. I make the call and get the coast.
One of his best verses ever.
He said it's funny how one verse can fuck up the game. I've been A1 since day one, you niggas.
That is such a hard verse.
Remember you was conflicted, misusing your influence. Sometimes I did the same, abusing my power full of resentment that turned into a deep depression. Found myself screaming in the hotel room. I didn't want to self-destruct. The evils of Lucy was all around me. So I went running for answers until I came home.
I love that ominous
That
build.
didn't stop survivor's guilt.
Yeah, it's
Going back
going.
and forth trying to convince myself the stripes I earned.
After a brief
Maybe how
pause.
A1 my foundation was. But while my love was
Damn straight, Nick Krim.
was war back in the city.
Wow, that verse, that third verse is just straight Kendrick fire. There's no doubt about it. That was incredible flow, incredibly aggressive, bringing lyrics to the actual 4-point and saying facts on facts after all of that was just awesome. I especially loved, and somebody mentioned it, the Killer Mike bar. You know, if you guys actually cared, Killer Mike had gone platinum. Bar, just awesome bar. There are some problems with this song though. I don't like this hook very much. I've never been a fan of it. I think lyrically it's a very weird hook. I don't think it's anywhere near Kendrick's best. I don't think it's anywhere near the other hooks on this album. The instrumental's good. It's not great. It's not a great instrumental. I do love the bass, that dong, you know, but it's a very subtle bass and it comes and goes, which is cool. It has its moments, but I don't think it really does enough to carry the song. I just wish that level that he brought on that last verse was sort of the whole impactful song, but I get why he brought it only for that one, you know, impactful part of the song. The rest of the song I could take or leave, to be honest. It's never been a huge favorite of mine. It's probably one of the only downsides on this album. And it sucks because, like, for that verse is so great, but it's surrounded by a lot of things that are, like, for Kendrick level, this album level, lower or mid. I'm gonna give it a 7.5. Noah.
Man, this is one of the few songs on the album where I feel like the vocal performance like takes full center stage for me.
Yeah, it definitely does.
Yeah, and the instrumental, yeah, it just goes to the background. He is going crazy on this one. Yeah, definitely one of his better performances, like rapping wise, I think. And what do we call that part? A hook? The whole boo boo part?
It's the chorus, yeah. It's definitely it's a repeated chorus that he stops his verses for.
Big fan of the chorus. There's something
Really?
about it. There's something about it that does it
I
for
don't
me.
know. It's the boo boo
Something about
thing
the
and the
melody.
lyrics. It's just not.
It's funny.
I'm a big boo boo guy.
It's sort of funny, but it doesn't make me laugh enough to make me forget about the things I don't like about it.
It's got a good melody and it's funny.
Disagree.
Yeah, your opinion of boo boo.
Also, hi Cosmic. I saw your comment. I don't know if you're still there, but
Yeah. 8.5.
8.5. Yeah, I know. I give it a 7.5. I just I'll let Cole. Go ahead, Cole.
I mean, I don't really have a problem with I think the chorus is weird the first couple times you hear it, but then thematically you start really, at least for me, I started to understand what he was talking about more, and I guess the melody just grew on me, and I just kind of thought it was funny that he's just trashing the whole hood in the chorus like that. With at least a certain type of people that he sees in the hood. Now he's not a very big fan of them, which is kind of a theme about this whole song and a lot of themes about the album, really. Yeah, I mean, lyrically, it's pretty fantastic, and instrumentally, I think it's really solid. I don't know if it's quite on the level of some of the other songs here instrumentally, but there's no such thing as a bad instrumental on this album. Yeah, I think I don't really have any big complaints about this song. I'll probably throw it an 8.5.
Let's go to how much a dollar cost.
You gonna go first, Cole?
One of you guys to. The more you think about it, probably the weakest on the album. The melody's kind of meh, an 8 out of 10. All right.
How much a dollar really costs? The question is detrimental, paralyzed in my thoughts. Parasites in my stomach keep me with a gut feeling, y'all. Gotta see how I'm chillin' once I park this luxury car. Hopping out feeling big as Mutombo. 20 on pump 6, 30 Marcellus called me Dumbo. 20 years ago, can't forget. Now I can lend them my ear or two. How to stack these residuals tenfold. The liberal concept that men do. 20 on 6 and didn't hear me. Indigenous African, only spoke Zulu. My American tongue was lyric. Walked out the gas station, a homeless man with a sandy tan complexion. Asked me for 10 rand, stressing about dry land. Deep water, powder blue skies that crack open. A piece of crack that he wanted. I knew he was smoking, he begged and pleaded. Asked me to feed him twice, I didn't believe it. Told him beat it. Contributed money just for his pipe, I couldn't see it. He said, my son, temptation is one thing that I've defeated. Listen to me, I want a single bill from you. Nothing less, nothing more. I told him I didn't have it, then closed my door. Tell me how much a dollar cost. He's staring at me in disbelief. My temper is building. He's staring at me. I grabbed my key. He's staring at me. I started the car, then I tried to leave. But something told me to keep it in park until I could see the reason why he was mad at a stranger. Like I was supposed to save him. Like I'm the reason he homeless and asking me for a favor. He's staring at me. His eyes follow me with no laser. He's staring at me. I noticed that his stare is contagious. Cause now I'm staring back at him, feeling some type of disrespect. If I could throw a bat at him, he'd be aiming at his neck. I never understood someone begging for goods. Asking for handouts, taking it if they could. At this particular particular person just had it down back, staring at me for the longest until he finally asked, have you ever opened up Exodus 14? A humble man is all that we ever need. Tell me how much a dollar cost. Tripping and feeling resentment. I never met a transient that demanded attention. They got me frustrated, indecisive, and power tripping. Sour emotions got me looking at the universe different. I should distance myself. I should keep it relentless. My selfishness is what got me here. Who the fuck I'm kidding? So I'ma tell you like I told the last bum. Crumbs and pennies, I need all of mine. And I recognize this type of panhandling all the time. I got better judgment. I know when niggas hustling. Keep in mind, when I was struggling, I did compromise. Now I comprehend. I smell grandpa's soul medicine reeking from your skin. Moonshine and gin. Nigga, you're babbling, your words ain't flattering. I'm imagining Denzel, but looking at O'Neal. Cause I'm in sad thrills, your gimmick is mediocre. The jig is up, I seen you from a mile away, losing focus. And I'm insensitive, and I lack empathy. He looked at me and said, your potential is bittersweet. I looked at him and said, every nickel is mine to keep. He looked at me and said, know the truth, it'll set you free. You're looking at the Messiah, the Son of Jehovah, the higher power, the choir that spoke the word, the Holy Spirit, the nerve of Nazareth. And I tell you just how much a dollar cost. The price of having a spot in heaven. Embrace your loss. I am God.
I wash my hands. I said my grace. What more do you want from me? Tears of a cloud. Guess I'm not all what it's meant to be. Shades of gray will never change if I condone. Turn this page. Help me change to right my wrong.
For the billionth time. Wow. I mean, fucking hell. I said that Wesley's Theory is probably my favorite song of this album. But this very well may be what I think is the best song on this album. Probably, I mean, from a lyrical standpoint, the story that he's telling is so captivating, and like his lyricism is just ridiculous. And I think it's maybe like the most emotionally resonant song on this album. I cannot say enough good things about the lyrics here. Just this story of him meeting this homeless guy who asks him for $1, and how he gets mad at him, and then you heard the fucking song. And matching that with this unbelievable piano that is just fucking gorgeous. And then like this gunshot drum sound that he picks, which is such a cool decision.
Awesome. The snare is awesome.
He could have just, totally picked a normal drum, but the fact that he makes it sound like a gunshot, or maybe it is a fucking gunshot, I don't even know. It's such a cool decision that he makes. And oh my lord, the chorus has got like so much emotion. It's so soulful. I absolutely love it. And the outro is just as emotional and soulful. I mean, it like feels really dark, but I don't know if it's necessarily supposed to be like super depressing. It's just incredibly personal and introspective. And I think it's absolutely beautiful. I feel an easy 10.
10. Easy 10. I'll let Noah end here because I think he's got a lot to say. This song has the lyrics. I mean, this is one of Kendrick's best lyrical songs he's ever written. You pretty much nailed everything about the lyrics. I don't have a whole lot to add. I especially loved, I just want to say, you talked about the snare already and the drum, but I really like how it feels like almost like a marching band drum, and how he's marching through this song and going verse, line by line, verse by verse, and he's making every single bar feels super important and impactful on this song, because they are. The lyrics are super good, Jesus. The lyrics are great, and they're meant to tell this story, exactly what Cole said. And the more he presses on that snare, the more the drum hits and goes each one, you are feeling the lyrics and how it doesn't change throughout the song, which means the lyrics are the important factor. The instrumental is secondary to what he's saying on this. And it's such a cool end to the song as well, where he talks about, he starts speaking in reading off the Bible verses, and he starts speaking about all the religious aspects of the song and how much $1 costs. Is such a great title for this song, I think. Too much to say about it because but you already said the most. I don't think it's a 10, only because I think even though the hook is good, it's not great.
That's an amazing hook.
I know a lot of people love the hook. I know a lot of people love the hook. It's just not my favorite.
It's got so much soul in it.
It's very, 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 very good, but I give it a 9 out of 10.
So the hook being very, very, very good.
No,
makes
the
it
song
not
is
a 10.
very, very, very good. The hook is not very, very good. It's good. It could be better, I think.
This is whack as fuck.
It fits the song well, though. It definitely fits the song well.
Stop talking.
Wow, I can't have an opinion.
Talking.
I can't have an opinion.
Not this one, no.
All right, Noah. You wanted to say a lot, so go for it.
Yeah, this is just a whole lot I have to say. So you guys all heard Cole's statement, right, about the song?
Yeah, we heard what Cole said about the song.
Control C, Control V.
Okay.
Just gonna copy and paste what he said real quick. Yeah, this song is pretty unreal. Took a second for me to really like it, but once I did, I realized that, yeah, this is probably top 3 on the album. Yeah, 10.
It may be my favorite use of a piano in any hip hop song.
Listen, I mean, it's probably like a 9 to a 9.5 realistically, but what I was gonna say is that I'm not trying to be rude to it. It's a great song. It is. But while the lyrics are fantastic, the storytelling on this, this metaphor with this, the homeless person, as Cole said, is great. And there's something, like how Cole said, he gave King Kunta a 9.5. It's the same thing with me. There's something missing on that song just to give it a 10 for me. All right, up next we have Complexion, A Zulu Love.
I'm with this.
Complexion.
Two steps.
Complexion don't mean a thing.
It's a solo live.
Ooh, complexion.
Two steps.
It all feels the same.
It's a solo live.
Dark is the midnight hour, her bright is the morning sun. Give a fuck about your complexion, I know what the German's done. Sneak this in. Back window, I'm a good field nigga. I made a flower for you out of cotton just to chill with you. You know I go the distance. You know I'm 10 toes down, even if Massa listening. Cover your ears, he bout to mention
complexion.
Two steps.
Complexion don't mean a thing.
Damn is your favorite album? Hey, you're not alone in that opinion. There are lots of Kendrick fans who think that too. And a lot of non-Kendrick fans who think that. Probably more on the non-side.
Dark is the midnight hour, her bright is the morning sun. Brown skinned, but your blue eyes tell me your mama can't run. Sneak me through the back window, I'm a good field nigga. I made a flower for you out of cotton just to chill with you. You know I go the distance. You know I'm 10 toes down, even if Massa listening. I got the world attention, so
I have a crazy opinion here.
Critical for survival of mankind. The feline color should never rival. Beauty is what you're thinking. I used to be so mistaken by different shades and faces. Then Wit told me a woman, this woman loved the creation. It all came from God. Then you was my confirmation. I came to where you reside and looked around and seen more sights for sore eyes. Let the Willie Lynch theory reverse a million times with
complexion.
Two steps.
Complexion don't mean a thing.
It's a solo live.
Ooh, complexion.
Two steps.
It all feels the same.
It's a solo live.
Let me talk my Stu Scott. Excuse me on my Tupac. Keep your head up, when did you stop? Love and die. Color of your skin, color of your eyes. That's the real blues, baby, like you met Jay's, baby. You blew me away. You think more beauty in blue, green, and gray. On my Solomon up north, 12 years a slave, 12 years of age, thinking my shade too dark. I love myself, I no longer need Cupid. Enforcing my dark side like a young George Lucas. Light don't mean you smart, being dark don't make you stupid. A frame of mind for them busters, ain't talking woo-ha. Need a paradox for the paradox.
This is one of the weirdest little inflections right there.
LL, you lose 2 times. If you don't see you're beautiful in your complexion, it ain't complex. To put it in context, find the air beneath the kite, that's a context. Yeah, baby, I'm conscious. Ain't no contest. If you like it, I love it. All your earth tones been blessed. Ain't no stress, jigaboos wanna be. I ain't talking J, I ain't talking B. I'm talking days we got school, watching movie screens. That spike your self-esteem, the new James Bond gonna be black as me. Black as brown, hazelnut, cinnamon, black tea. And it's all beautiful to me. Call your brothers magnificent, call all the sisters queens. We all on the same team, blues and pyrus, no colors ain't a thing.
Barefoot babies with no care. Teenage gun told us that don't play fair. Should I get out the car? I don't see Compton, I see something much worse. The land of the landmines, the hell that's on earth.
Yeah, well, this song is certainly easier to understand lyrically.
Yeah, it's pretty point blank.
Yes, that made it a lot easier for me. Yeah, this was a really good song, of course. Great instrumental. Great lyrics, of course. Rhapsody probably did a little bit better than Kendrick, in my opinion. I enjoyed her verse a little bit more.
Very interesting.
Though I think I enjoyed Kendrick's lyrical content more. I liked Rhapsody's performance. But that is still probably one of my least favorite songs on the album.
Okay.
Which is funny, because it's still going to end up with an 8.
Least favorite song on the album, and ends with an 8. Cole.
That's quite a take there. My goodness. Well, I don't think this is my least favorite song on the album. Apparently this song might be a bit underrated to me. Because I think this is one of the catchiest songs on this album. I think it's got one of the smoothest and most like vibe-worthy instrumentals on the whole album.
Absolutely.
One of the best choruses on the album. I think the chorus is pretty damn incredible. I think Kendrick and Rhapsody are both tremendous. It's really like, I think it's definitely the only feature that he gives that much time to, and I think she knocks it out of the fucking park.
Yeah.
I'm feeling like a 9 to a 9.5 on
9 to a 9.5. High rating for complexion. Okay. Yeah. So the sort of a controversial opinion I had on it is I actually like this hook more than How Much a Dollar Cost hook. Hate me if you want. I just do. That what Cole said was I really enjoy the instrumental on this because it's smooth. Cole used the word smooth. I think it's very smooth. I think it's very you can flow with it a lot. You can bounce around to it. It's not like an energetic one. It's kind of opposite smoothie. Geez, it's smooth and very vibe worthy. You can sit down and listen to this, and it's very fun. I think Kendrick had the better. I agree with Noah. Kendrick definitely had the better lyrical content in his verse. I do think Rhapsody had a good flow. I think she did very well on her flow, and particularly at the start of her verse was very, very into her flow and sort of not aggressive, but it was a very it fit the style of the song perfectly. I think they both had great lyrics. I think overall it's just a question of, do you enjoy what they are, for who's got the better verse? Do you enjoy what they're talking about more? That's pretty much it. Not a huge fan of that transition where they do the repeating phrase, and I can't even remember what it is. We've been through so much. Something like "I like it" or along those lines. I forget, and I apologize, but I wasn't a huge fan of that. A couple of the transition on this I feel could have been a bit better. Overall, I'll give it 8.5. All right, it's time for The Blacker the Berry. This is going to be a fun one. Ladies and gentlemen, one of the greatest hip-hop verses of all time.
I'm the biggest hypocrite in 2015. Once I finish this, witnesses will convey just what I mean. Been feeling this way since I was 16. Came to my senses. You never liked this anyway. Fuck your friendship, I meant it. I'm African American. I'm African. I'm black as the moon. Heritage of a small village, part of my residence. Came from the bottom of mankind. My hair is nappy, my dick is big, my nose is round and wide. You hate me, don't you? You hate my people. Your plan is to terminate my culture. You're fucking evil. I want you to recognize that I'm a proud monkey. You vandalized my perception, but can't take down from it. And this is more than confession. I mean, I might press the button just so you know my discretion. I'm caught in my feelings. I know that you feel it. You sabotage my community, making a killing. You made me a killer. Emancipation of a real nigga.
Oh. The punch on every end of the bar to really just.
I said them shit like a slave, can be black. Boy, me feel one heap of pain, can be black. I'm an I said them put me in a chain, can be black. How much you now? Me gold chain full of rocks. And you know see the whip, left scar for me back. But now we have a big whip park from the block. Oh, them a see we doom from the start, can be black. Remember this, every race start from the block. Just remember that.
I'm the biggest hypocrite in 2015. Once I finish this, witnesses will convey just what I mean. I mean, it's evident that I'm irrelevant to society. That's what you're telling me. Penitentiary would only hire me. Curse me till I'm dead. Church me with your fake prophesizing that I'ma be just another slave in my head. Institutionalized, manipulation and lies. Reciprocation of freedom only live in your eyes. You hate me, don't you? I know you hate me just as much as you hate yourself. Jealous of my wisdom and cards I dealt. Watching me as I pull up, fill up my tank, then pill out. Muscle cars like pull-ups, show you what these big wheels bout. Black and successful, this black man meant to be special. Cat scans on my radar, bitch, how can I help you? How can I tell you I'm making a killing? You made me a killer, emancipation of a real nigga.
Oh, it's like a break just from that incredible verse for a minute.
I said them shit like a slave, can be black. Boy, me feel one heap of pain, can be black. I'm an I said them put me in a chain, can be black. How much you now? Me gold chain full of rocks. And you know see the whip, left scar for me back. But now we have a big whip park from the block. Oh, them a see we doom from the start, can be black. Remember this, every race start from
Great
the block.
opinion,
Just remember that.
I'm the biggest hypocrite in 2015. When I finish this, if you listen, then sure you will agree. This plot is bigger than me. It's generational hatred. It's cynicism. It's grimy, little justification. I'm African American. I'm African. I'm black as the heart of a fucking Aryan. I'm black as the name of Tyrone and Darius. Excuse my French, but fuck you, no fuck y'all. That's as blunt as it gets. I know you hate me, don't you? You hate my people. I can tell cause it's threats when I see you. I can tell cause your waist is equal. No, I can tell because you in love with the desert eagle. Thinking maliciously, he get a chain, then you gon' bleed him. It's funny how Zulu and Dosa might go to war. Two tribal armies that wanna build and destroy. Remind me of these Compton Crip gangs that live next door. Beefing with power rules, only death settled the score. So no matter how much I say I like to preach with the Panthers, or tell Georgia State Marcus Garvey got all the answers, or try to celebrate February like it's my B-Day, or eat watermelon chicken and Kool-Aid on weekdays, or jump high enough to get Michael Jordan endorsements, or watch BET cause urban support is important. So why did I weep when Trayvon Martin was in the street? When gang banging make me kill a nigga blacker than me? Hypocrite.
God damn. What a fucking journey, man. My goodness, I effing love this song. I mean, just one of the best verses Kendrick ever wrote in his entire career. Absolutely fantastic, start to finish, fantastic. The first verse is probably the top 5 verse he ever wrote, and that's including Control, which isn't even on an album. This is an incredible verse. The hook is fantastic. I love the instrumental here. It's just straight drum. It's like your most basic snare kit, drum, hip hop, percussion, instrumental, and it is fantastic. He nails this, absolutely nails this bar for bar. It is incredible. The verse is just the storytelling he's doing, not even storytelling really, because it's just him explaining his inner feelings. You know, he says it multiple times, I'm African American, and he's talking about his personal life, what he's felt as an African American, but he's also saying he feels he's a bit of a hypocrite because of the way, you know, he's rapped and how he's almost gotten famous off of that type of rapping, and how that he feels like a hypocrite in some ways because the way he raps in the gangster style, and that is very hypocritical to going against his own people in some form or fashion. So it's a very unique way of telling a story, and this is simply an easy 10. Cole.
I mean, yeah, this song sounds like there's a fucking riot going on outside.
Oh yeah.
There's not a lot of songs that really could really ever capture that sound to me. I mean, from like the boom bap drum sound, which is a cool callback to that era of rap music. And then Kendrick,
I miss that era of rap
going
music.
in like a fucking, I don't even know, like a grenade. He just goes insane on this song lyrically, and there's so much like anger in his performance. It's pretty incredible to listen to. Super unique kind of chorus, especially for a song like this. You wouldn't really expect it to have a chorus like that, because it's so odd, but I think it works incredibly well. Yeah, I don't even know what I would complain about this song for. It's one of the most intense hip hop songs I've ever heard. And I think it kind of caps off one of the best runs of 3 songs in a row on like any hip hop album, but I mean just any album in general, from How Much It All Costs to this one. Yeah, an incredible run, an incredible song to cap off that run of 3. Feeling a 10 for the 4th time.
And now I see why Cole has this where he has it. All right, Noah.
Kendrick does a crazy job conveying emotions on this album.
Boy, does he.
And this one is just pure anger. Wow.
And the punch on the end of those bars where he's like, and he's talking, and I do, damn, and he really hits it like harder, and he really makes you feel that bar.
Yeah, saying it sounded like a riot was going on was a
very accurate description.
And I am going to double down, and I am also going to drop 10 number 4.
Woo! All right, up next we got You Ain't Gonna Lie, Mama Said. We hit 550? Let's go! W! Well done, boys. While we're doing the 500 sub video,
unsubscribe.
We hit 550. Yeah, please don't unsubscribe.
I was watching when it was going to 500. We went to 500 and then back to 49 like 3 times.
Oh my god, somebody was trolling us.
But your level of realness ain't the same. Circus acts only attract those that entertain. Small talk, we know that it's all talk. We live in the laugh factory.
Fair enough,
William. They mention your name. Ask where the hoes at to impress me. Ask where the money bags to impress me. Say you got the burner stash to impress me. It's all in your head, homie.
The smoothness of this instrumental.
Ask where the jug get to impress me. Ask where it's at only upsets me. You sound like the feds on me. You ain't gotta lie to kick it, my nigga.
Don't you do it, Hugo.
You ain't gotta lie. You ain't gotta lie to kick it, my nigga. You ain't gotta try so hard. You ain't gotta lie to kick it, my nigga. You ain't gotta lie. You ain't gotta lie. You ain't gotta lie to kick it, my nigga. You ain't gotta try so hard. And the world don't respect you and the culture don't accept you, but you think it's all love. And the girls gon' neglect you once your parody is done. Reputation can't protect you if you never had one. Jealousy, complex, emotional, complex, self-pity, complex, under oath, complex. There's one in a room, nigga, that's a complex. Let me put it back in proper context. You ain't gotta lie to kick it, my nigga. You ain't gotta lie. You ain't gotta lie. You ain't gotta lie to kick it, my nigga.
Correct me if I'm wrong, Kendrick Diehards. I don't think he's ever done a hook like this in his career.
You ain't gotta lie. You ain't gotta lie. You ain't gotta lie to kick it, my nigga. You ain't gotta try so hard.
Where he sort of like does this smooth singing R&B hook.
To impress me. Ask where the money bags to impress me. Say you got the burners.
Well, this is going off the description, smooth R&B hook.
Well, okay. That's a terrible description. You're right.
Ask where the jug get to impress me. Ask where it's at only upsets me. You sound like the feds on me. What do you got to offer? Tell me before we off here. Put you deep in that coffin. Been allergic to talking. Been aversion to bullshit and sell a dream in the auction. Tell me just who your boss is. Niggas be fugazi. Bitches be fugazi. This is for fugazi. Niggas and bitches who make habitual line babies. Bless them little hearts. You can never persuade me. You can never relate me to him, to her, or that, or them, or you. The truth you love to bend in the back, in the bed, on the floor. That's your hoe. On the couch, in the mouth. I'll be out. Really don't. See loud rich niggas.
That's a good point, Nick. You're right. I always tend to forget about that.
So funny, and I seen it all this past year. Pass on some advice we feel. You ain't gotta lie to kick it, my nigga. You ain't gotta lie. You ain't gotta lie. You ain't gotta lie to kick it, my nigga. You ain't gotta try so hard. You ain't gotta lie to kick it, my nigga. You ain't gotta lie. You ain't gotta lie. You ain't gotta lie to kick it, my nigga. You ain't gotta try so hard.
It's once again going back to that jazz fusion hip hop here element on this instrumental that he started off in the beginning with.
Yeah. Another banger in the track list here. I feel like this song is a lot more focused on like the vibe that it's giving off.
Yep.
More so than
thief.
anything.
Oh.
Because this is like a hardcore, just hey, chill out, man.
Yes.
It's all good. Everybody calm down.
Well, given what we just had the previous
I know we just
song,
went through Black and the Berry.
We need to have a little relax before we get to I.
Yeah, I mean this is a really nice mellow cool down before the lyrical and thematic intensity of the next couple songs to finish out the album here, which I think is a cool change of pace. And considering that he does it super well, I enjoy it quite a bit.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't say it's one of the more one of the most interesting songs on this album, lyrically or instrumentally, but it's just it's really chill. It's got a good vibe, and it hangs in that vibe, and it does it really well. And it still has, fucking perfect production and really good writing and really good lyricism, and it's catchy. So 8 to 8.5.
8 to an 8.5. Yeah, I'd like to go next actually, because I think Noah got his shit stolen, so I'll give him some more time to think. I agree with a lot of what Cole said, but I also one thing I don't agree with though is I at least tend to rate songs on a and then when we do these albums, I tend to rate songs by itself, and then I rate the album as a whole. So its placement in the album doesn't really matter that much to me on a rating basis for rating the song itself. Now, that being said, I do think he's right. It is a good cool down after the previous Black and Berry for the rest of the album. I do agree with that. I really like how chill this is. It's this jazz fusion hip hop instrumental, and even Kendrick's like chill. He's just grooving. He's giving us a little singing R&B hook right there. You know, he's having a little sway back and forth with his music on this, and he's not really going too hard on anything. He's just enjoying it feels like he's almost admiring and prepping himself for the next song, because it does lead directly into this next song with that outro. It's a very nice, smooth hook that he has, and that's not something you can honestly say that much about Kendrick. No offense to him, I love the guy, but I don't think his hooks are all that smooth most of the time. But this one was, and he really nailed it. I'm gonna give this a solid 8. No.
Yep. Great overall feeling and vibe. Good hook. Very good replay value compared to some songs on this album.
Sure.
Oh,
welcome back, Alex.
I'll give it an 8.5.
Now we get I. One of the most underrated songs on the album, one of the best hooks on here. Fantastic lyrics, flows immaculate. Instrumental is fucking gorgeous. Composition is flawless. Strong 9.5. Ooh.
You could make an argument for almost any song on this album being at least a 9.5, I feel like.
What's happening, I done been through a whole lot. Tried tribulation, but I know God. The devil wanna put me in a bow tie. Played at the holy water, don't go try, yeah. As I look around me, so many motherfuckers wanna down me. But enemy gon' never drown me. In front of a dirty double mirror, they found me. And I love my, I want you looking at me. Tell me what do you see? I love myself. I put a bullet in the back of the head of the police. I love myself. Illuminated by the hand of God, boy, don't seem shy. I love myself. One day at a time. They wanna say it's a war outside, bomb in the street, gun in the hood, mob of police, rock on the corner with a line full of fiend and a bottle full of lean and a mother wanna scream, These days of frustration keep come to the front.
Come to the front!
Yeah, I duck these cold faces, post up feet, fight for basis. Dreams are reality's piece. Blow steam in the face of the beast. Sky can fall down, we can cry now. Look at me, motherfucker, I smile. I love myself. And when you're looking at me, tell me what do you see? I love myself. I put a bullet in the back.
That guitar is doing something.
Illuminated. All y'all come to the front. Y'all come up to the front. Baby girl, you, come on.
Crazy. What you gonna do?
Lift up your head and keep moving. Turn the mic up. It's the fashion police, I wear my heart on my sleeve, let the runway start. You know the miserable dealer company. What do you want from me and my skies? Everybody lack confident, everybody lack confident. How many times my potential was anonymous? How many times the city making me promises? So I promise this nigga
I love myself.
I want you looking at me. Tell me what do you see?
I love myself.
I put a bullet in the back of the head of the police.
I love myself.
Illuminated by the hand of God, boy, don't seem shy.
I love myself.
This honestly might be the best part of the song.
One, two, three. I went to war last night with a automatic weapon. Don't nobody call a medic. I'ma do it till I get it right. I went to war last night. I've been dealing with depression ever since an adolescent. I can never hear the blessing. I can never see the message. I can never take the lead. I can never bother me from a negative and letting them annihilate me. And it's 7 and I'm moving at a million speed. Finna run into a building, let my body. Hey, hold on. Not while I'm up here. Not on my time. Kill music. Not on my time. We can say that shit for the streets. We can say that shit just for the kids, bro. 2 2015 niggas tired of playing victim, dog.
System Kiwi.
Niggas ain't trying to play Vic Tutu. How many niggas we done lost?
That is a fantastic
How many? Yeah, how many
performance.
we lost? No, for real. Answer the question. How many niggas we done lost, bro? This year alone.
Absolutely, William. If you haven't watched it, go watch it.
Exactly. So we ain't got time to waste time, my nigga. Niggas gotta make time, bro. The judge make time. You know that. The judge make time, right? The judge make time, so it ain't shit. It shouldn't be shit for us to come out here and appreciate the little bit of life we got left, dog.
That's definitely a more
On the dead homies, Charlie P,
replayable
you know that,
version,
bro.
obviously, Daryl.
You know that. Right, it's Mando. Right, it's Mando. No, I say this because I love niggas, man. I love all my niggas, bro. Exactly. Enough said. Enough said. We gonna get back to the show and move on, cause that shit petty, my nigga. Mic check, mic check, mic check, mic check, mic check. We gonna do some acapella shit before we get back to all my niggas. Listen to this. I promised Dave I never used the phrase fuck nigga. He said, think about what you saying. Fuck niggas. No better than Samuel on the Django. No better than a white man with slave boats. Sound like I needed some soul searching. My pops gave me some game in real person. Retraced my steps on what they never taught me. Did my homework fast before government caught me. So I'ma dedicate this one verse to Oprah on how the infamous sensitive N-word control us. So many artists gave her an explanation to hold us. Well, this is my explanation straight from Ethiopia. Negus. Definition, royalty. King royalty. Wait, listen. Negus. Description, black emperor, king ruler. Now let me finish. The history books overlook the word and hide it. America tried to make it to a house divided. The homies don't recognize we've been using it wrong. So I'ma break it down and put my game in a song. Negus. Say it with me, or say no more. Black stars can come
The
and get
acceptable
me. Take
version.
it from Oprah Winfrey. Tell her she right on time. Kendrick Lamar, by far, realest sneakers alive.
First half of the song's an absolute groover.
Absolutely.
Yeah, fucking great lyrics, great hook, great instrumental. Second half of it kind of fucks with my replayability from like just having it in a playlist sort of standpoint.
There
But
is
for
a
the
single.
album, I think it's great.
There is a single version where it's only about the first half.
Yeah,
it's not as good though.
that's true. I think this one that was like, I don't know, it feels less polished.
Yeah, you're
But
right.
second half of it, within the context of the album, is great, very good.
Oh
And
yeah.
I think it leads us into the next part very well. Yeah, this is a really good song. I'll give that a 9.
9. Okay. Well, I mean, my God, the groove on that first half. Noah mentioned it. Just fantastic. Just so much fun. You can't help but just bop along to it. Whether, it doesn't matter. The hook, the beat, the instrumental beat, same thing. But the instrumental, the way he's rapping, and then the way he switches from the chorus to his verses, the transition there is so... I mean, it's fantastic. It's just this perfect transition from chorus to verse, hook to verse, and then verse to hook. Everything he did there is flawless. Obviously, his message is, important, and what he's saying is important to him. And then you get to the second half, and I agree, it does hurt the replay value. In the context of the album, it's great. In the context of trying to replay the song, I usually end it at that part and move on to the next. 9.5. Cool.
Yeah, what a little slapper right here.
Absolutely.
Something I'd like to point out, like I'd be hard pressed to find a hip hop song that uses a guitar as well as that one does.
Yeah, the guitar is
'Cause
crazy.
The riff and the groove that the guitar is making is ridiculous. I mean, the entire groove of the whole song is just absurd. It just, it kind of just makes you move, makes you dance along to it. Yeah, and there's like two different instrumental transitions before it gets to the final part of the song. I think they're both just ridiculously catchy and super fun. And then you get these lyrics about like how much he's grown as a person throughout this whole album. And thematically, it's just really interesting how he's so much more confident now and he's learned how to love himself, obviously, after all this shit that he's gone through with this album. Really interesting stuff going on. And then you get this whole thing where he's like breaking up a fight in the crowd and starts, telling the people in the crowd like, hey, it's this type of shit that makes us look dumb. Like this fighting in between us looks really stupid, and we should, be treating each other better than we are. And it's
exactly
really
he's trying
interesting.
He's growing. He's showing his growth as a person from trying to be the one who makes himself look cool to being the one who elevates himself to a leader level in his community, and how he feels like he can become a leader because of the work he's put into this album and his transition as a human since the beginning of his career.
Yeah, it's all just really brilliant thematically and lyrically to me. Yeah, I feel like a 9 to 9.5.
Oh, we are on Mortal Man. There it is. We have reached the final song on To Pimp a Butterfly. It's been a journey. We thank you guys for being with us, and let's get into it. Mortal Man. It's 12 minutes, so let's just go.
Hope my flow stay propelling. Let these words be your earth and moon. You consume every message. As I lead this army, make room for mistakes and depression. And with that being said, my nigga, let me ask this question. When shit hit the fan, is you still a fan? When shit hit the fan. When shit hit the fan, is you still a fan? When shit hit the fan, is you still a fan? The ghost of Mandela. Hope my flow stay propelling.
Fingers crossed we can get through this without getting taken down.
As I lead this army, make room for mistakes and depression. And with that being said, my nigga, let me ask this question. When shit hit the fan, is you still a fan? When shit hit the fan, is you still a fan? Won't you look to your left and right, make sure you ask your friends. When shit hit the fan, is you still a fan? Do you believe in me? Are you deceiving me? Could I let you down easily? Is your heart where it need to be? Is your smile on permanent? Is your foul on lifetime? What you know where the sermon is? If I died in this next line, if I'm tried in the court of law, if the industry cut me off, if the government want me dead, plant cocaine in my car, would you judge me a drug head or see me as K. Lamar? Or question my character and degrade me on every blog? Want you to love me like Nelson? Want you to hug me like Nelson? I freed you from being a slave in your mind. You're very welcome. You tell me my song is more than a song, it's surely a blessing. But a prophet ain't a prophet till he asks you this question. When shit hit the fan, is you still a fan? When shit hit the fan, is you still a fan? Won't you look to your left and right, make sure you ask your friends. When shit hit the fan, is you still a fan? The ghost of Mandela, hope my flow stay propelling. Let my word be your earth and moon, you consume every message. As I lead this army, make room for mistakes and depression. And with that, do you believe in me? How much you believe in her? You think she gon' stick around if them 25 years occur? You think he gon' hold you down when you down beyond bars hurt? You think y'all on common ground if you promise to be there first? Can you be immortalized without your life being expired? Even though y'all share the same blood, is it worth the time? Like who got your best interest? Like how much are you dependent? How clutch are the people that say they love you and who pretended? How tough is your skin when they turn you in? Do you show forgiveness? What brush do you bend when dusting your shoulders from being offended? What kind of den did they put you in when the lions start hissing? What kind of bridge did they burn revenge on your mind when it's mentioned? You wanna love like Nelson, you wanna be like Nelson, you wanna
so
walk in
much of this whole song reminds me of Kendrick's Controllers in a lot of ways. Just different, obviously.
When shit hit the fan, is you still a fan? When shit hit the fan, is you still a fan? Won't you look to your left and right, make sure you ask your friends. When shit hit the fan, is you still a fan? The voice of Mandela, hope this flow stay propelling. Let my word be your earth and moon, you consume every message. As I lead this army, make room for mistakes and depression. And if you riding with me, nigga, I've been wrote off before. I got abandonment issues. I hold grudges like bad judges. Don't let me resent you. That's not Nelson like. Want you to love me like Nelson. I went to Robbins Island analyzing. That's where his cell is, so I can find clarity. Like how much you cherish me. Is this relationship a fake or real as the heavens be? See, I gotta question it all. Family, friends, fans, cats, dogs, trees, plants, grass. How the wind blow. Murphy's Law, Generation X. Will I ever be your ex? Flaws of a baby step. Marred by the mouth a bit. Pause put me under stress. Crawled under rocks, ducking y'all. It's respect, but then tomorrow, put my back against the wall. How many leaders you said you needed, then left them for dead? Is it Moses, is it Huey Newton, or Detroit Red? Is it Martin Luther, JFK, shooting you assassin? Is it Jackie, is it Jesse? Oh, I know it's Michael Jackson. Oh, when shit hit the fan, is you still a fan? When shit hit the fan, is you still a fan? That nigga gave us Billie Jean, you say he touched those kids? When shit hit the fan, is you still a fan? The ghost of Mandela, hold my flow, stay propelling.
Questionable bar right there.
You consume every message. As I lead this army, make room for mistakes and depression. And if you ride with me, nigga, let me ask this question, nigga. I remember you was conflicted, misusing your influence. Sometimes I did the same, abusing my power full of resentment. Resentment that turned into a deep depression. Found myself screaming in the hotel room. I didn't want to self-destruct. The evils of Lucy was all around me. So I went running for answers until I came home. But that didn't stop survivor's guilt. Going back and forth trying to convince myself the stripes I earned. Or maybe how A1 my foundation was. But while my loved ones was fighting a continuous war back in the city, I was entering a new one. A war that was based on apartheid and discrimination. Made me want to go back to the city and tell the homies what I learned. The word was respect. Just because you wore a different gang color than mine doesn't mean I can't respect you as a black man. Forgetting all the pain and hurt we caused each other in these streets. If I respect you, we unify and stop the enemy from killing us. But I don't know. I'm no mortal man. Maybe I'm just another nigga. Shit, and that's all I wrote. I was gonna call it another nigga, but it ain't really a poem. I just felt like it's something you probably could relate to. Other than that, now that I finally got a chance to holler at you, I always want to ask you about a certain situation, about a metaphor actually. You spoke on the ground. What you mean by that? What the ground represent?
The ground is gonna open up and swallow the evil.
Right.
That's how I see it. My word is born. I see, and the ground is the symbol for the poor people.
Right.
The poor people is gonna open up this whole world and swallow up the rich people. Because the rich people gonna be so fat and they're gonna be so appetizing. You know what I'm saying? Wealthy, appetizing. The poor gonna be so poor and hungry.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be like, you know what I'm saying? It's gonna be. There might be some cannibalism out this month. They might eat the rich.
There's only one person
So let me ask you
in the
this.
hip hop community that can get away with this, and that's Kendrick.
Somebody that's rich or somebody that made the best.
Drake tried it and got
I see myself as a natural born hustler,
slapped up for
a
it.
true hustler in every sense of the word. I took nothing. I took the opportunities. I worked at the most menial and degrading job and built myself up so I can get it to where I owned it. I went from having somebody manage me to me hiring the person that works my management company. Right. I changed everything. I realized my destiny in a matter of 5 years. You know what I'm saying? And made myself a millionaire. Right. I made millions for a lot of people. Now it's time to make millions for myself. You know what I'm saying? I made millions for the record companies. I made millions for these movie companies. Now I make millions for us.
And through your different avenues of success, how would you say you managed to keep a level of sanity?
By my faith in God, by my faith in the game, and by my faith in all good things come to those that stay true.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And it was happening to me for a reason. You know what I'm saying? I was noticing shit. I was punching the right buttons, and it was happening. So it's no problem. You know, I mean, it's a problem, but I'm not finna let them know. I'm finna go straight through.
Would you consider yourself a fighter at heart, or somebody that only reacts when their back is against the wall?
Shit, I like to think that at every opportunity I've ever been threatened with resistance, it's been met with resistance.
That's
Not
true,
only
Luis.
me, but it goes down my family tree. You know what I'm saying? It's in my veins to fight back.
And by pushing him, we got
How long you think it takes
some of his
before
best music.
niggas be like,
We fighting a war. I'm fighting a war. I
But
can't win.
it wasn't a good idea.
And I want to lay it all down.
In this country, a black man only have like 5 years we can exhibit maximum strength. And that's right now, while you a teenager, while you still strong, while you still want to lift weights, while you still want to shoot back. Because once you turn 30, it's like they take the heart and soul out of a man, out of a black man in this country. And you don't want to fight no more. And if you don't believe me, you can look around. You don't see no loudmouth 30-year-old motherfuckers.
That's crazy, because me being one of your offsprings of the legacy you left behind, I can truly tell you that it's nothing but turmoil.
Hot take, Kendrick is low IQ.
What you think is the future for me?
I don't think that's a hot take. I think that's a retarded take.
That niggas is tired of grabbing shit out the stores.
That's just
and next time
stupid.
It's gonna be like bloodshed, for real. I don't think America know that. I think America think we was just playing. It's gonna be some more playing, but it ain't gonna be no playing. It's gonna be murder.
Hey, James, you gotta chill, bro. You're gonna get permanently banned. I put you in a timeout last time. I didn't want to end it, but you're gonna have to start chilling.
That's crazy, man. In my opinion, the only hope that we kind of have left is music and vibrations. A lot of people don't understand how important it is. You know, sometimes I can like get behind a mic and I don't know what type of energy I'm gonna push out or where it comes from. Trip me out sometimes.
Because it's spirits. We ain't even really rapping. We just letting our dead homies tell stories for us.
I wanted to read one last thing to you. It's actually something a good friend had wrote, describing my world. It says, the caterpillar is a prisoner to the streets that conceived it. Its only job is to eat or consume everything around it in order to protect itself from this mad city. While consuming this environment, the caterpillar begins to notice ways to survive. One thing it notices is how much the world shuns him, but praises the butterfly. The butterfly represents the talent, the thoughtfulness, and the beauty within the caterpillar. But having a harsh outlook on life, the caterpillar sees the butterfly as weak and figures out a way to pimp it to his own benefits. Already surrounded by this mad city, the caterpillar goes to work on the cocoon, which institutionalizes him. He can no longer see past his own thoughts. He's trapped. While trapped inside these walls, certain ideas take root, such as going home and bringing back new concepts to this mad city. The result? Wings begin to emerge, breaking the cycle of feeling stagnant. Finally free, the butterfly sheds light on situations that the caterpillar never considered, ending the internal struggle. Although the butterfly and caterpillar are completely different, they are one and the same. What's your perspective on that? Pop.
There's quite a lot going on there.
Yeah.
Especially lyrically and thematically. He really said, fuck it, I guess I'm gonna just take every theme and topic that I brought up on this album and just tie it all together in this super interesting and unique way. At least that's what I take from the second half of that song, I suppose. First half of the song is kind of just like, you know, asking his fans, like, hey, you know, I'm a flawed individual, but can you still, like, appreciate what I do? Like, we're all, none of us are perfect, but we still can, like, you know, I don't know, I'm not sure how to phrase this. He's basically just like, I'm fucked up, I'm flawed,
sure,
but you know, when shit hits the fan, can you still be a fan?
Yeah.
Which is a interesting question to ask your fan base directly like that. And then goes into all these other, you know, tying together all the other themes of the album with his little conversation with Tupac at the end there. It's such a unique way to end an album like this. Especially considering it's not, you know, he's not throwing out fireworks instrumentally. It's not like some epic, high energy, super intense ending. It's like the most mellow song on the album, maybe. I mean, considering a lot of it has like a really, really quiet instrumental because he just wants you to focus on the conversation between him and Tupac and the poem that he's writing.
I mean, half of the second half is just spoken word.
Yeah, I mean, it's literally just him and talking to somebody else, but what they're talking about is so interesting that I don't even really... it doesn't even faze me that there's not like music going on, because just like hearing two really interesting people talk to each other about life and the music industry and the hip hop industry and how they came to be where they are and how they feel about it, reflecting on their past careers and stuff like that. It's really fascinating.
Absolutely.
Overall, I guess I'll give the song a 9.
Yeah, I'll go next. I mean, ultimately, Cole covered pretty much every topic you could possibly talk about with Mortal Man. The one thing I wanted to say was the first half is so interesting because Kendrick really exposes himself there. He really puts himself onto display, not only for the world, but for especially for his fan base, which is the most dangerous thing to put on display. Is like, hey, you know, I'm like Cole said, I have problems, and if it gets worse, you know, if I do, he's doing the classic thing where he's like, I'm gonna expose myself so everyone knows all my issues, so that nobody can try and bring that up on like and surprise my fans and all my people who like me and buy my CDs and buy my music and whatnot. I'm gonna show you that I have issues. Everyone does. I'm a flawed person, but nobody will be able to use that against me ever. Nobody will ever not know that. I'm going to put it out there, and the people who remain with me remain. Those who are loyal with me are loyal. And that's what he meant in the first half. And then the second half, I mean, only Kendrick can get away now with having a conversation with a conversation with an interview that Pac did in 90. Somebody's going to crucify me for not knowing. I think it's 93, but correct me if I'm wrong, chat. And just using Pac for a whole ass interview and talking to him just straight up in a poem-like almost format, but also a lot of it's just spoken word with some jazz instrumental fused in the background at some points, and then some points he takes it away when he really wants to have a certain he really wants certain parts of the interview to be a bit more emphasized. And we've seen people try to do that, and it has not worked. We've seen AI Tupac and all this different stuff, and he's the only one who gets away with it because he's the closest thing the West Coast has had to a true Tupac since Tupac passed. So absolutely fantastic into an incredible album here. I'm going to agree with Cole and say a 9 as well. Noah.
Yeah, you guys pretty much covered every base when it comes to this one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure if I could imagine another way they could have ended this and done it better. So yeah, I'm also feeling 9.
All right, it's final rankings time. If you have never been here before, and because we've had so many new people, I think there might be a lot of new people here. What we do, we rank our top 3 songs of the album in order. We give the album a 1 through 10 score, and then we talk about our final thoughts on the album as a whole. Being that this one has been super long, we want to thank everyone who did stay throughout the whole thing, because this is a banger album. Let's start it off as we have been doing. Noah, you are up to bat. Your top 3 and your final ranking.
All right. At 3, I will go How Much a Dollar Cost.
Ooh.
2, Black of the Berry.
Okay.
1, Wesley's Theory.
Woo!
I mean, if you were to go back and look at my ratings throughout the album, you're going to see that this does not add up to a 10. But with an album like this, it's kind of like a whole stronger than the sum of its parts kind of thing.
I mean, it's a concept album.
Yes, it tends to be that way with a lot of concept albums, and the way each song goes into each other is very cohesive, so it becomes a very enjoyable listening experience.
Especially when you just play it straight.
Yeah, it's like a probably top 3 most enjoyable album from start to finish for me.
Wow.
So yeah, I'm feeling a 10.
10 from Noah. No surprise there. Thank you, Luis. Shout out to you too, man. All right, I'm gonna save mine for last. I want Cole to go next. Your top 3 in ranking.
Number 3. I think I will go with. Keep 4 songs at 10. It's hard to pick those.
You did.
Ones. I think I'll go Black of the Berry at 3.
Wow.
Wesley's Theory at 2. How Much a Dollar Costs at 1.
Wow. Wow. Your opinions have changed a little.
It feels solid to me. It's a solid top 3.
All right.
Wow, boy. A lot to unpack about this album.
Absolutely.
I mean, lyrically speaking, there is just so much going on, and he never fails to like make something that he's saying interesting. I mean, whether or not you get into all the themes that he's getting across, all the points that he's trying to make, whether or not you agree with every single thing that he's saying, like he at least presents it in a way that's just compelling to listen to and compelling to think about. It's never it never even comes close to boring lyrically, and there's so many themes that he ties together on this album extremely well. I'm not really sure if there is a better album than this one lyrically speaking. It very well may be the greatest album of all time in terms of lyricism. This or like, I don't know, Pink Floyd's Animals or something. And then instrumentally, I mean, I just fucking love how unbelievably creative, unique, and detailed the instrumentals for this album are. Everything like fits together so cohesively, even though some of these songs sound nothing alike. It still all feels like it's from this album. Yeah. I just, this is such a, every idea, everything he tries, he just figures out a way to make it all work together. He figures out a way to make it all memorable, and I mean, at some points it's super catchy, some points it's super heavy and dark and dramatic and emotional.
Absolutely.
It's like one of the most consistent albums I've ever heard. It doesn't really feel like how long it is to me. Yeah, I would be really hard pressed to find a hip hop album or rap album that I'm more impressed by front to back than this one. I do think it's kind of the greatest hip hop album of all time. I'm definitely feeling a 10 on it.
10 from Cole as well. All right. My top 3 of the album. I'm going to have Wesley's Theory at 3. I'm going to have King Kunta at 2. And then I will have The Blacker the Berry at the best on this album. Yeah, no, I'm pretty much gonna back up everything these two said about this album. It's fantastic. It's start to finish. There's no miss. Absolutely, especially when you listen to this, like, you know, straight through. There's times in this album where I'm not as enticed as I get, because there's the peaks in his album are so high that it's hard to keep that level throughout the entire album. He almost does it, but there are times like on the album where I'm like, okay, I'm not as enticed by this, you know, I'm not super enjoying every single second of it, right? But I am enjoying almost every second of it, and that's what counts. To have 16 songs, and even just 2 being interludes, and then a 12-minute song to end it, where the last 8 minutes or so are essentially just you talking to Pac and doing a little poetry as well. All that to combine all of it into a concept album and still be able to have bangers, still be able to have songs that you can listen to on the radio, and still have repeatable, replayable music. It's incredible. It's fantastic. It's an easy 10. It's not even a question. It's an easy 10. And anyone who doesn't give it a 10 is out of their fucking mind. Yeah, this is fantastic, and I think we all agree about that, right, boys?
Yeah.
All right.
Top 5 album I've ever heard, bro.
Oh, it's a top 5 album for sure of all time across any genre. That does not matter whatsoever. Damn, is it fun to listen to? And if you haven't listened to it, I know people who are following our stream and following along with us, we were, you know, stopping after every song. If you have not gone through this whole thing one time without stopping, do it, because it is worth it. Absolutely worth it. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you guys did enjoy. For those who are watching on YouTube, please remember to leave a like down below and hit subscribe. Let us know what you think of this. Also answer the question, is this the best album in Kendrick's discography, or rank it in his discography? Let us know what you guys think down below. If you enjoyed watching this and would like to watch us live, we have a live stream we do for basically every single album. Hit the like down below, hit subscribe, and hit the bell to get notified when we go live. Also, follow us on Twitter. It's in the description below. We tweet out every time we go live. We really appreciate you guys watching. Thank you guys so much for 500 subs. This one was for you guys. We already hit 550, so we'll be doing the 551 soon.
549.
Are we back down again? Oh, that's funny. Okay, well, anyway, we'll be doing a 551 soon. Thank you guys, and we'll see you in the next video.
Bomb in the street, gun in the hood, mob of police, rock on the corner with a line full of fiend and a bottle full of lean and a mother wanna